Oh boy, I wonder who they're gonna pick first. It's
Yeah, I don't
very
know.
annoying. It's very annoying they didn't just immediately come out and do this. I guess.
I hate this.
Yeah,
They did it at the NFL draft, but we weren't positive who was going with the first pick in the NFL draft. It's like we've known for fucking 5 years who's going with this pick. Like I've heard about Victor Wembanyama for the first time in like 2020, 2000.
I guess to their credit, the pick is in, and
Let's
they're
go!
just fucking padding this for
this. I mean, let's be honest. The second the Hornets make their pick, that's when the draft really starts.
Yeah,
and that's when the slop's going to start flying. All right, I'm going to guess here. I'm guessing. I'm sticking with Wemby, Miller, Scoot. I'm trusting Woj here. I'm not trusting Shams. I'm trusting Woj. I'm going Wemby, Miller, Scoot. I'm going to go. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I guess they are going to take Scoot. And then Amen 4 to the Rockets.
Yeah, I agree with you.
5, I'm going to go Asar. I think Asar.
That's the word on the street, right? Like
it could be Walker, but I think it's good. It could be Jairus or it could be Asar. I think that it's going to be Asar, and then I think six is going to be. I mean, I hate to do this to our guy Vagberg, but I think it could be Anthony Black. I know he's not a big Anthony Black guy, but
it sounds like it's going to be Anthony Black, and then it sounds like Jairus Walker to the Pacers. Would be who I would guess. I mean, is that what do you think? Do you think Hendricks at 7 or?
It sounds like it's going to be Jairus Walker or Hendricks. I would imagine it's probably Jairus Walker.
That's where I'm.
That was the buzz.
So do we just fucking agree on what the top 7 is going to be?
Yeah, and then 8 is Washington, where if Anthony Black is off the board, that's where the first major question mark for me, where I have no idea where he's going to go.
Yeah,
Wendy's on my screen, just literally explaining things, illustrating.
I think 5 is a little up in the air. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit just like drafted like Brandon Podcast or something like insane.
Like well, unfortunately, James Jones isn't in here in this draft. He traded all of his picks until the sun explodes, so he can't make any trades on the or any bold picks, but he would be the only one I trust to take our guy Brandon Podcast in the lottery. I heard Brandon Podcast talk for the first time today, and I'm convinced he's going to be a star. He talks like Jack Harlow, so I was like, did you see that he had the BP chain for the thing tonight? I'm all in on Brandon Podcast, man. Yeah,
like
he's the king, our Polish king.
He's my new RJ Hunter, where even when he's been out of the league for 2 years, I'm still going to be convinced he's coming back. Or
Romeo Langford.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wasn't sold on Romeo Langford draft night. That was like me actually watching him play in the NBA. So not a 1-to-1 comparison.
Sure.
And Romeo Langford's actually good.
Let's go.
You'll see when Wemby's in here. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I love that Keith Pompey is at the draft. By the way, someone just shared a tweet of his, and I mean, we need real boots on the ground journalism like Keith at the draft. So
yeah,
he can.
It collapsed. Oh, okay. All right, thanks. Sorry, my stepdad. They did his sightseeing tour. I got some. You know what? We'll talk about it after the draft. It's the draft right now, so We'll get back to that. Oh, I wonder what this is. Let's go.
You're ridiculous. Oh my God! Oh, spoiler here. The San Antonio Spurs have selected Scoot Henderson. That would be the funniest thing.
That would be the funniest thing.
It would be so good.
They just didn't tweet it. Neither Woj nor Shams tweeted it.
I mean,
that's kind of weird.
Well, Shams not. Woj said he's not tweeting. He's not tipping the picks.
Oh, really? It's just Shams.
He apparently said this last year, and then Shams started kicking his ass.
Yeah,
and then he started.
He's well. Remember the year? There was the year he did it, and then he just started saying that they're tantalized by, or they're like he started doing like synonyms.
Yes.
Like he's never. Woj has never been able to help himself. He'll be tweeting by pick 14. That's a good bet for tonight. The over under on or higher lower, I should say, on when Woj starts tipping picks.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to say he said he's going to focus on trades tonight. So he thinks there's going to be a lot of trades. He said the same fucking thing last year and it never happened. So I was very mad at him last year over this. So I think it's probably going to be, I think Shams is going to tip this pick. First off, Shams is going to tip this pick because, or does he not? Does Shams not tip the pick if it's Miller? Because he's been pushing Scoot all day, is the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, Wemby's suit looks like he's getting ready to fight Agent Smith.
Wendy's?
No, Wemby's.
Someone said he's Nihilist Buck said he's dressed like Hillary Clinton.
They're at the Javits Center. Wemby's. Are you guys seeing this insane animation they made of him?
Yeah, this is absurd.
This is awesome.
As if you really had to put Victor Wembanyama into a cartoon, as if he's not already like just mind-blowingly insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, they're comparing him. So all the players they compared him to, not a great line there. Yao Ming ended career early. Sean Bradley.
Did you see what Irv said in the chat? You need to Pokemon Go to San Antonio.
Go. Go.
That's good.
Oh,
that's points.
Incredible.
That's points. Yeah.
Oh,
this
Christ.
is going to be a big night. All right. Well, Sloppies, we made it here.
We're here. We're here, folks. We're on the clock. There's real things happening.
On the clock for the actual part of the NBA draft.
Biggest name traded tonight. Should we throw a guess out there?
I'm going to go with Dame.
I don't think Dame gets traded tonight. I think he will be traded, but I don't think he's going to get traded tonight. Yeah. I'm going to go with Zach LaVine. I don't know. Like,
don't get Kevin. Kevin is doing the Jeremy Renner from Don't Give Me Hope.
Do you see the comments? Do you think that Sixers fans want to trade Tobias Harris?
Yeah.
I had a Sixers fan who genuinely asked me why we didn't trade for Jordan Poole earlier. I was like, we have Tyrese Maxey and James Harden.
Wemby's sister, hello. Sorry, I'll behave the rest of the pod.
First off, age gap discourse. You have to Google how old she is older than him, but age gap. Yeah, you're 33.
Okay, I'm in trouble.
She is very pretty, but
I'm in trouble.
She might be like 26. It might be fine.
That's 10 years.
Sam spoiled the pick. Who was it? Rob, who was it?
I'm opening my phone.
Miller. It's Miller.
Miller. Okay.
Called it.
All
right. So fucking Shams.
Yeah.
Lying. Yep. So, all right. So Scoot is available, and Portland has a chance here to do the funniest thing of all time.
Yeah.
And keep the pick.
I believe in Mike Schmitz. I believe Mike Schmitz right now has he's doing the speed thing with the rest of the front office.
All right, I'm going to turn on my Shams notifications just because people are going to spoil it in here anyway, and I could just announce it on the.
Yeah. I feel bad for Charlotte fans, man. I mean, I'm sure Brandon Miller he'll be like okay, but like this is just so Charlotte right here. Like this is so Charlotte.
As Celtics Matt pointed out, whoever goes 2 is going to have a bad career, and then whoever goes 3 is going to have a great career. I honestly think that Miller is I would have taken Scoot. I would have taken Amen Thompson.
Yeah.
Miller would have been great at 4. I think that 2 is too much of a reach. I think that he's going to be a good player in the NBA. I think he has a very valuable skill set.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the superstar upside, but there are not freshmen in college who produce the level that he does with the skill set that he has that really fail in the NBA.
Well, besides Evan Turner.
Well, Evan Turner couldn't shoot. I just said with the skill set he had. First off, Evan Turner was a sophomore when he broke out. He was not a freshman.
That's true.
Yeah, he was not. No, because his freshman year was he had one of the greatest BPMs ever for a freshman, Brandon Miller. Like, these guys generally don't fail at the NBA level. I think honestly, so far, I looked at the list earlier. It was like there were two guys from last year, Chet and Jabari, who went top 3 because of that. And obviously, jury's still out on them. But like, most of the guys were like ahead of him were like Zion, Anthony Davis, those kind of guys. So like, there's no way he's not going to be an NBA guy. I just wouldn't want to use the second pick on a guy I don't see as having superstar upside.
Yeah.
And like, even if I miss on Amen or Scoot, I'd be happy missing on a guy I thought had superstar upside and has a different level that he can reach. And it could be a total boom, but it could be a total bust, but it's probably going to be, once again, I think that there's a world where where Brandon Miller gets to like a Mikal Bridges level of player. And if you get Mikal Bridges as the second pick in any given draft, you're probably happy with that. But I kind of see that as like his highest end outcome possible.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. I mean, it's always the same teams that do this, by the way.
Yeah.
It's always the Kings, the Hornets. Who else passed on? Well, actually, it was the Warriors.
Yeah.
The Warriors took Wiseman. So I guess that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I will admit, I do kind of like the flannel pattern on the suit, though. Brandon Miller, understated. Yeah. So all right, Scoot. All right, let's go. We're on now.
So do we think? So before we call it here. Portland keeps the pick and takes Scoot.
That's what I say. I think they're keeping the pick, taking Scoot.
I think that they are also keeping the pick and taking Scoot.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to trade for Zion or Ingram.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're on the phone right now. I'm sure they're taking it up to the last second to see who's available. We need at least one major trade. Come on. And it could keep in mind, they know that New Orleans wants Scoot. So just because they take him doesn't mean Wiggins got traded the day after the draft.
If Scoot got traded to the Celtics, I would be pleased. That would be one of the few things that could salvage the night for me.
He's not getting traded to the Celtics. You guys aren't trading. You're not. Stop. No, I won't allow this. You're not getting away with it.
You're not getting away with it one more time.
I feel like everyone thinks I'm a Jaylen Brown hater now, and I'm like, no, I would be very sad if you guys got Scoot because I think he's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So that's true. That's true. I did hate the Tatum pick. I will cop to that.
I mean, look, what does a bust for Scoot's career look like? I mean, I've said it's like kind of like I
don't know, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, but the thing with Dennis Smith Jr. is that Dennis Smith Jr.'s shot was so broken. Like, Scoot can shoot. Scoot is a good mid-range shooter, and he's a fine free throw shooter. Okay, Sham said Scoot. There you go.
Really? Why did I not get that note? Oh, it just came in on my phone.
It's all video shit. God damn it, Shams.
Yeah, Shams is very annoying.
Fucking selling. All right, so Scoot's going there. Doesn't mean that it's over, but I guess that they're trading Dame.
Yeah.
For now, I'm gonna assume that they're trading Dame. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at all of the Portland fans reacting to it on the timeline. Let me check out. I need to check out Sagar's.
Sagar, I was just gonna say everyone peeping Sagar's timeline to see what.
He has not tweeted yet, folks. Okay, 4 minutes ago was his last.
I'll just check on Sagar.
Yeah. I need to see the ultimate. He's been very much in the camp. Don't trade Dame. So there was did you see the fan at the? You saw the fan with the trade Dame thing at the draft, the jersey.
No, I didn't see that.
Someone had a trade Dame jersey. Here, I'll pull it up.
Go.
It was Andrew Schlecht tweeted a picture of it.
Let's go. That's right. That's so true.
All right.
So, okay.
Yeah, so this was the photo.
All right. Let's go. Man, not a lot of slop yet.
Nope. Been pretty boring.
Pretty
I mean,
boring.
exactly what we expected, but this is where
Yeah.
things start to get interesting. I mean, I think that they're going to take Amen Thompson. I'm fairly certain they're
Yeah.
going to take him here, but here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see.
I can't pull up the tweet. Whatever. I'll just link it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that I'm less sure of. I'm almost positive Houston drafts Amen next, but that Detroit's kind of the first sort of wild card, where I'm not sure it's a SAR.
I think it's a SAR. I'm from what I've heard, they like a SAR, but also Jarris is definitely a possibility because you can never count out the Troy Weaver factor.
Don't give me hope about trading up for Case. I would be so happy if we traded up for Case.
Woj, all along, the entire Charlotte Hornets organization has been all in on Brandon Miller. Ownership, front office, scouts, coaches, they see him as a perennial future all-star.
He's such a shithead, man.
He said, fuck you, Shams.
Petty bitch. I will admit, I kind of, look, I danced with the bull and got the horns, where after when Shams was tweeting all the stuff about the Boston deal, I said, Shams has you in a blender. And then the next that night, Woj is tweeting about Marcus Smart getting traded. He took me to fucking hell.
Everything you've ever said, praising Winger, calling the small bean drafting team, everything came back to bite you with this Marcus Smart trade.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really was the script on that one. The script writers were, first of all, scabs. Strike's still going on. They shouldn't have been doing that. B, very rude to me. Very rude to me. I had an awful day at work. Let me tell you, I did not get a lot done.
Sam's boss, if you're watching this,
yeah, except it's a bit. It's a bit for the stream.
This is a joke. I care so much about basketball and Marcus Smart that I could never. All right, we got Kev coming up to the stage for those who are listening to this at a later time. Kev, you are muted right now if you're talking. So I just want to say this is something that I learned earlier tonight, and I'm sure Kev is going to love this.
That's good.
The Chicago Bulls have not made a trade.
Yep, Houston selecting Amen Thompson, by the way.
There we go.
Yeah, stop. Boom, Amen Thompson on the trap. So
there we go. I mean, this is all going to plan so far. Yeah, the Chicago Bulls have not made a trade in 2 years. The last trade they made, I believe, was the Lauri Markkanen trade.
I'm doing Bill Simmons, how much they love their family, hug doctor analysis, and Scoot Henderson is a star. He's a star. This man loves his family so much. We're getting it. He's going.
One looks like a star, has the name of a star. Scoot is a baller nickname.
Charlotte fucked up so bad, man. Like I don't know. I'm all in on Scoot. Like,
I mean, Sam, as someone put it out, Sam's history of knowing that the number 3 pick is a lock is great. So
only with the Celtics. I'm usually pretty good. It's with the Celtics. I've been really bad on Celtics picks.
Right. So
last Celtics pick I liked was Jared Sullinger, and we all know how that works.
I mean, honestly, I like Amen Thompson to the Rockets too. The Rockets are in a position where their ability to get a superstar, as Nathan Fogg pointed out when he came on the podcast, their ability to acquire a superstar is getting shorter by the second. Like you cannot. They have to just keep taking swings because they haven't gotten one yet. And Amen at least has that level of upside. And I think it's the right move to make. They need guys who have feel. They need guys who can run offense and put pressure on the rim. I think it's a great move. Kev, we can hear you. We just can't see you.
You can't see me?
No, it's just circling, but it doesn't matter.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. My camera is on. I can see me like on the screen, but I guess
you might have to change. You might have to just change your camera settings in the thing, but it's fine. It's fine. We can hear you. That's the important thing.
So, Kev,
What's up?
the Chicago Bulls have not made a trade in 2 years.
Yes, I know.
2 years? How is that possible?
He doesn't make phone calls. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's just collecting a check. He traded all of their picks to get Vucevic and DeMar, and they made some moves to get Lonzo, and then that was all of the ideas that he had. He did it all in one offseason, and that was it. It's over.
It's over.
By the way,
and Lonzo's knee went to shit, and he was just like, "What's a plan B? I never heard of such a thing," and he just hasn't done it. Karnisovas is stealing Reinsdorf's money, which is the only
Coolest
way
thing
that
he's ever done.
It's just the only way I can spin this into something good.
Possible working class hero, as people are pointing out in the comments. Yeah.
I just got a notification. Today is my Twitter anniversary. 1 year on Twitter.
Oh, that's it?
I've been on Twitter for 1 year. And no other times.
Sam has never been on Twitter before tonight.
I definitely wasn't getting suspended 1 year ago today.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, like, I like the Amen pick for the Rockets. I think that Asar is going to go 5. If that happens, then we're on track here. We've gotten every single pick right so far. Kev, who would you cry the most over if they got them at 11 for the? Oh, you're wearing the Deal Zone shirt. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Let's go. YKB merch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Who would crush you the most? If they got them at 11 in this draft with the Magic using the Bulls pick.
It's Brandon Podcast. That's my guy.
They're not going to get him. They're not going to take him at 11.
I know, but that's who I would be most crushed by, honestly.
Yeah, true. Fair.
I love him. That's my guy. No, I mean, in terms of like star upside, if Kaysen is there, I would be real. Like, I don't think Kaysen has like superstar upside, but like Kaysen, I just know is a good player.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
And like
safe pick outside of the top. He's a totally safe pick. That's why I have him.
Like
pretty high
I tweeted it today, but like I was saying, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. Like I'm not like tapped in on draft. Like I barely watch any college basketball, but like just looking at the stats, looking at like reading people's like that did watch them, the scouting reports, I just feel like way more confident that Kaysen Wallace will be a good NBA player than I do about either of the Thompson twins. Like they're super athletic, but like I don't know if they're good at basketball. Like
well,
I don't know.
It's the first time that we've had to do this with the level of competition with the overtime elite ever. So like we really don't know. Obviously they had some games where they played against pros. They had
I mean they didn't look like out of place against pros and from like pretty good leagues, but like the sample is so small. And one thing I do know about them is that neither of them can shoot. Like people talk about Asar, like, well, he's better than his brother as a shooter, but he's still dog shit as a shooter. He can't shoot at all.
I do think that I think
he shot under 30%.
But Amen's shot is broken. That's why people say that. It's.
I mean, yeah, sure, but like neither of them can really shoot. And like I don't know. I increasingly don't like betting on guys to like find a shot, which I know that like improving your shot is like the thing that most people do in the NBA. But if you're a guy that like is supposed to be a star player, I just want you to be good at like all the star shit, which is like you being able
they
to
are good at all
shoot.
The star shit though.
Like,
other star shit.
Amen's good at the star shit.
Amen has an elite first step. He's literally one of the best athletes that we've seen in the past 5 years. He's a better athlete than Scoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the competition
at basketball.
The competition shit. Yes, fair enough. Yeah. The competition shit is very legit, but like the swing that you take here, taking Amen, makes total sense to me. Who are they going to draft? Like the guys that are after this also have massive question marks. Like I like Jarris Walker a lot. I have Jarris Walker 6 on my board. If you take Jarris Walker here, you could have similar issues with him. Does he have better? Could he project better as a role player? Yeah, maybe. But also like he has questions about his shot. When you're drafting this high, you're taking swings.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. My point is just like in terms of certainty, like I just feel such a degree of certainty with Kaysen that he's going to be like a very good like a very useful.
I mean, I have Kaysen right behind Amen on my board. To be clear, I have Kaysen 5, so or 4. Maybe I have him 4. No,
Kylie,
yeah, I do. I have.
Kylie, that's a good question about Wendy's divorce. I don't think it ever went through. I think he was on the verge of divorce when he was on vacation.
Yes. No, it never did. No, he's still married.
Sorry,
he's got a ring on the finger.
This is like so annoying. Like they just keep calling me about my stepdad's submarine. Like, and it's just like, well, I don't care. Cut it out. No, we never did get divorced, which is that's awesome to be tweeting about your wife maybe considering divorce and not get divorced. That's maybe the only time that has ever happened in human history. Do you have any idea what kind of a king you need to be to pull your marriage back from the point where you're tweeting about getting divorced?
Wendy is. This is why Wendy is the slop father, dude. He is.
Well, look at Wendy's swag. Look at Wendy's strip. Like, of course he's not divorced. He doesn't have the energy of a divorced guy.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah.
Like Rosillo was the most divorced man alive, but he never even got to the. He never got to the marriage section in the first place. He was too divorced to ever get married.
JJ Redick just said that George Niang is available for the Rockets as a free agent. Does he know something?
I mean, George is available for anybody.
Yeah, I was like, anyone? But why George Niang of all players?
They need shooters around their guards, like their young guys.
Sure. Yeah, like I guess George Niang is getting a bag from the Rockets.
That's
awesome. Like I don't even know how much of a bag he'll get, but like, I mean, why not get somebody that shoots 40% to go with your young guys that need
when you're rebuilding?
Space.
Yeah.
He was good in the playoffs, I gotta say. Like,
yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, he owned Trill. Yeah. He owned Trill big time.
Yeah, he was totally fine. I mean, he still can't rebound to save his life, but other than that, he's
like
totally
he
fine.
was like shockingly competent on defense in the playoffs in a way.
That's when I was worried about the Celtics. When I was like, wait, they can't play George Niang off the court.
Yeah,
what's going on here?
That probably was the canary in the coal mine at that point, right?
Yeah. I was like, this might be a red flag if you can't take advantage of the team that's playing Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, and George Niang on defense.
We've been really bad at matchup hunting for a while. Like going back to the bubble, we couldn't get fucking Duncan Robinson.
It's because they don't have good ball handlers on their team. Like Tatum is like their best ball handler.
Well, luckily they just got star ball handler Kristaps Porzingis.
Like that's you can't matchup hunt if you don't have those kind of like players. And like Tatum's a tough shot maker. He doesn't really want to matchup hunt. He just wants to take like the most difficult shot he can.
He's gotten better with the rim pressure shit and the playmaking though, and he gets the line more at least.
Yeah, but even his rim pressure stuff is not like being like.
CJ, where are you seeing Asar? I'm not seeing that. Is that reported yet or?
Yeah, who's saying Asar?
Are you just saying that or
Jake Fisher?
Or Jake.
Yep. Well, I mean Jake.
Okay.
Jake did get the trade wrong earlier, but he did. In fairness, he said 30 minutes before Jordan Poole got traded, he tweeted Jordan Poole was going to get traded. Basically, he said
Fisher. Fisher. People always say
Fisher gets whispers. I feel
Asar.
like, more
Asar.
so than
It's Asar. It's Asar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
right. Just tweeted it.
Well. The so far in order the way
so far we called it. We're 5 for 5.
5 for 5.
And then if Anthony Black goes 6,
did you guys call Asar at 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was saying. I to be fair, Sam did. Wait, Sam.
This was the one I was the least sure about for sure. Yeah.
All the Detroit beats have been suggesting that Asar could go here. I'm going to be honest.
Wait, first, are the parents just going to stay on the couch? That they're interviewing on.
Hey, he's coming.
It's like bring him in, yeah.
Well, one of the parents has a mic. They're fully just interviewing the whole family.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, so I guess Asar will be coming up to join them soon. Okay. Here's Dean's tweet on it. Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, and Amen Thompson in the same lineup. Gross. Şengün and Jabari
deserves better than something.
Dean rules, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair, Dean liked Jabari before the draft.
That's so weird to me.
That might be his biggest miss.
Why?
Yeah,
How many times do we have to explain this? Dean doesn't watch the games.
He just looks at the stats.
To be fair, he does watch games when he wants to prove that someone sucks. But he normally is. He does have an elite eye test. But Dean's whole thing is reading stats and then reverse engineering reasons to not believe in a prospect. And honestly, he's just as accurate as most people. The draft is such a crapshoot anyway that you could just do that and be pretty accurate. Like Dean is crushed 2021, dude.
Dean is a work smarter, not harder kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I'm not watching all these fucking games.
Yeah, exactly. He's Dean's gonna set up. It's gonna be his reporting's gonna be AI next year. He's just gonna program something.
You could probably build an AI bot and just train it on which stats Dean likes and which stats he doesn't like or doesn't value, and just have it write his takes for him.
But like the thing about Dean is like the guys that he liked in most drafts are I'm streaming for the entire draft, by the way. I have Red Bull. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna order food at some point. I'm staying here all night because the Sixers might pick in the 40s or the 50s, so I'm staying on the whole time.
Let's go.
So the thing with Dean is like he once again he reverse engineers to find reasons, but then he'll go through the footage. And I will say the one thing, his Scoot skepticism, I believe in Scoot because I trust he's going to become a good I think he's going to be a decent shooter. I think that he's a very good athlete. I do think that I understand some of the skepticism about Scoot at a guy his size, but like his build is crazy and like crazy long wingspan. And I know his whole thing is that he's not like an elite athlete. But I think he's a good enough athlete because he's already really good at basketball. Like that's the main thing. Like you said earlier, like with Amen, you're literally just taking a swing because you've seen like the tools and the general feel that he has. Whereas you have to project forward. With Scoot, we've already seen him be really good against pros. And like running off, he was 17 years old his first year in G League Ignite and like hung on the court. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like the thing with Dean is that one thing I think that he generally does a decent job of, and I think for some reason with Scoot, he's doing a bad job of it, is contextualizing competition levels. Yeah. Part of the reason he's so out on the Thompson twins is he's like, they're 20 and they played a bunch of like
high schoolers.
Instead of like playing college or.
Didn't you just say that?
Yeah, well, I mean, he has the same take on it that I do. It's like, but
also you admittedly are not a draft expert by any means.
No,
but
I mean, I do the same thing that Dean does, except for I do it without the race science.
Well, look, talking about Poku's bone structure. Talking about all right, we're not going in that direction. We're not letting the conversation go that way. Oh, did they take Anthony Black?
Anthony Black. Wow.
Yep, that's 6.
Wow, dude.
This
is 6 for 6. Let's go.
That is pretty high for Anthony Black, but all the models love Anthony Black. Like I looked at the
I've been saying so first off, we're 6 for 6 so far. Yep. Anthony Black.
That's kind of a bad thing for how exciting this draft is, though. Like
Anthony
we shouldn't be able to guess. Yeah.
He's a shot away. Mm-hmm. He's a shot away from being an extremely good role player with possibly some more upside to him. Mm-hmm. I'm skeptical about the shooting, but if he was shooting well in workouts and they think that the shot's good, then that's why you take him. Like,
do the Magic want to give away Cole Anthony to the Bulls just like as a thank you?
I think they are going to trade him.
I want him as a second draft guy. Like I think Cole's good. I think he's like a solid like starting guard in the league.
I don't know about starting, but I think he's kind of a bench cooker. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a guy
pretty
who comes
good
in,
this past year. Yeah,
spark
plug. Yeah, like I also like guys Cole Anthony in that draft. Yeah,
I like guys that can pull up shoot. Like he's not an elite pull up shooter, but like he's like enough of a pull up shooter that you have to like actually guard him, and that creates opportunities. You know, like down the line for your offense. Also, I'm just like desperate for shooting for the Bulls. Like it's a real problem for them.
Yeah.
So like, give me some shooters.
I mean, I think they could trade Cole. I think they're probably going to end up taking the one thing I will say about the Magic is that the Magic, of all the teams that are drafting at the top, the Magic are probably in the best position just to draft safer players because they already have their two guys. They have their stars in place. They don't need to take the Thompson twin swing. They don't need to take that really crazy upside swing. Like Anthony Black, I have questions about the shot, but if the shot's good, he's going to be a perfect fit on that team. And that's, I mean, the one thing that I know Vagberg has been joking about, he's a Magic fan and he is not a huge Anthony Black fan, is that he fears it could go the way that it went with other Magic players like Elfrid Payton and Markelle Fultz. Well, I mean, not that he likes Fultz, but like not with the 6th pick in the draft. You don't want Markelle Fultz, or even like a Michael Carter Williams who they brought in later. Like he would be that's his fear, is that like the shot never comes around and then he's just like pretty good, but not quite ever good enough. And like they already have Suggs who, if they do keep him, has similar question marks about the shot. So I think it's fair to worry about, but like, I don't know. Anthony Black's pretty good. Like I think he'll be a fine fit.
Yeah, he's a good player. Like, I don't know. Like, again, he's a good at basketball guy. Like, he just can't really shoot.
Yeah. All right. What did Vagberg tweet? We have to pull up his tweet. Hold on.
Dread, the entire Thompson family is good looking, it seems like.
He tweeted the Michael Irvin "Nobody believes in you" video at Anthony Black. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god.
So
Let's
funny.
go.
The Magic do love to have like people that are guards that can't shoot on their team though. Like they got Fultz. Suggs isn't really a shooter.
Yeah,
Cole's
the only guard that can shoot,
and they want to trade Cole. It seems like.
So, Can we, sorry, I don't want to derail anything, but real quick, can we just talk about what the slop? Because Anthony Black is off the board, and that supposedly means the Mavericks are trading the 10th pick, right?
Yes, that was the thing I heard. But
yes.
Do they trade the 10th pick if Taylor Hendricks falls to them? Because now we're looking at a situation where there's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
there's 4
I don't think Taylor Hendricks is getting past the
I think
Wizards.
Jarris Walker's going to go 7.
Well, but I don't think he's getting past the Wizards. I think that Hendricks will go 8 to the Wizards then.
Maybe. They might take Bilal, dude. They might take an upside swing.
Maybe.
That's my.
They might not have thought
right now. I'm putting it down right now. That's my picks.
You're picking Bilal? I'm going to go Taylor Hendricks.
I'm going Jarris, Bilal, and then pick 9.
Bilal at 7. Bilal at 7.
To the Pacers?
To the Pacers. What?
Is it a trade?
Whoa!
Trading him to Washington. Told you Washington wanted Bilal.
Trading him to Washington.
Told you.
Trill got your ass.
Yeah.
Got him!
You did get me.
So they're trading down and they're still getting Jarris. They're getting one of Jarris or
my first winger pick I don't love, to be honest.
Also, trading up 1 pick.
You've been owned a little if you trade up 1 pick. I'm sorry.
It's probably what did they send a? They probably didn't want the Jazz to jump them because the Jazz might have wanted them.
Maybe I don't. You're getting in a bidding war over Bilal, man. Like when Taylor Hendricks and Jarris are on the. I don't know.
Maybe I'll be upside swings. You got to take upside swings.
You don't though. I mean, I think. Where do we say that upside swings stop being important?
I know. 7. I personally think that Jarris and Taylor also have some decent upside. Like I feel better about their floors.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything. Bilal might make me look real dumb, but I don't love this, to be honest. So, yeah. It should have been Brandon Podcast. That's a great point. Brandon Podcast should have gone by now.
Okay, so they'll still get Jarris Walker at this next pick. And then you go, then the Jazz are on the clock at 9, and I'm pretty certain that they wanted Bilal.
Yeah, who's left on the clock?
True.
Danny Ainge. I feel like Danny Ainge is not letting Case and Wallace get by him, but
yeah,
I think he loves guys who play defense and all that other shit. So
and how did he start the current Celtics process? Who did he draft in 2014?
Yeah,
Sam?
Marcus Smart. So Yeah.
Maybe in a few years you can trade him for Wemby when he's just French Porzingis.
I know.
Yeah, winger. That is true. I forget who said it in the chat, but it is very much like being Presti pilled to get Bilal.
Yeah, I mean that's
seems like who Presti would have drafted if he had fallen there, and Winger was like, "Nope, I'm getting."
I feel like that's an old Presti pick though. The new Presti picks are like.
I mean, he drafted Jiang last
Brandon
year.
Podcast. New Presti pick would be Brandon Podcast. I feel like.
I was gonna say. I feel like they're gonna take. If they had their selection of anyone here, my guess is that they would have taken Anthony Black, both Washington and OKC. Maybe they're at the point of the draft where they just don't really. We could get all right. So Cam Whitmore is as they projected, he is going to fall too. So we're getting all the toolsy kind of wingish / bigish. Not Whitmore isn't, but the other two are all falling here to the end of the lottery. So
Dean is upset.
What is Dean upset over?
About going so high. He calls it the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Spelled it like his last name.
Well, I said that Bilal Coulibaly, I think that he might end up being a good player. I honestly didn't watch nearly enough about him to say, but I think that Bilal is a guy that got insanely lucky that he played with Wemby. I'll say that much. The amount that he was scouted,
he got so many more eyeballs on him for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a guy that was supposed to go at the end of the first a month or two ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, what are the details on this trade? Like, what did they give up to move up the one spot?
We don't know yet. I mean, I'm assuming it wasn't a lot. It was probably 2 seconds. Yeah, okay, whatever. Current seconds in this draft?
Are
Future seconds.
Are they the seconds that they got
from the Suns?
Beal, in the Beal deal?
Indiana is selecting Jarris Walker.
Okay.
So I believe I've gotten every pick right so far. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh
yeah.
Woj,
I mean,
tweeting. Woj, what are you doing, bud?
Yeah, Woj, come on, man.
He spelled Bilal Coulibaly wrong, and he's just tweeted they're trading him to the Wizards.
Balil Coulibaly.
He said, "I'm not going to tweet the picks because I'm going to focus on the trades," and he got wiped on the one trade. So,
yeah.
All right,
Woj just
two second round picks, huh?
Woj just washed.
I just want to say, of the top 10, other than Wemby, obviously, my favorite fit is this Jarris Walker to Indiana pick. I just think that if he's going to be good, he's going to need to go to a team that has a ton of ball handlers and shooting around him. And him and Miles Turner as defenders on the back line, and he can switch. I like it a lot. Love it. I think he's going to be. I'm very in on Jarris Walker. I have Jarris Walker at 6 on my board.
You guys asked me who I will be bummed out if the Bulls miss on him because they lost their pick to the Magic. If Cam Whitmore goes all the way to 11, I will be upset because I don't think.
Sure.
I don't think Cam. There's a good chance Cam is a bust, but like Cam is the kind of upside swing that
you kind of need.
Yeah.
All right. Woj is officially tweeting the picks.
He's had enough.
Tweeted
Jarris Walker after Shams already tweeted it.
Yeah.
Woj has thrown his hat into the ring, folks.
He's back. He's
back. So back.
The dude make it to eat. He's back.
Woj needs the juice so bad, man.
Yeah, he really is. Like,
he just needs the juice.
He was scratching his neck, not tweeting about pick 5.
Yeah, he was like, "How dare you?"
Casey, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought Woj was finished.
He's only doing it because of the trade. Oh God, yeah. Look at Windy.
Maybe
he's him, dude.
I love Windy because he actually is charismatic, unlike Woj and Shams, and he knows that the transaction game, like just reporting the like being first to just tweet out whatever the transaction is, isn't actually like all that valuable. It's like being like the little whisper merchant.
Yes.
And like, I mean, that's what Fisher honestly does. Like part of the reason
he does the big picture shit. That's why we love Windy, because he'll just throw some shit out there that he heard and then it almost always comes true. But he only drops little slop drops here and there.
Yeah,
he's not
he's
reporting every single
sprinkling it.
day. Yeah, exactly.
Part of like why Fisher gets stuff wrong is because he kind of does the same thing where he just kind of like reports what the whispers are, but because he doesn't have the Windy like he doesn't have like tenure like Windy does.
Sure.
So he has to like report everything he hears for the most part. And so like a lot of it doesn't come to fruition, but like I believe all the stuff he says gets talked about.
Exactly.
It's just
that's the thing. Yeah.
So sorry, real quick. Do we have any last picks for the Jazz? Because I forgot Cam Whitmore was in play.
Shit. I have not made. I'm gonna say. I really don't know. I think I'll say Case and Wallace.
I'm gonna go Cam Whitmore.
Okay.
Final answer. I did say Case and Wallace before, but I feel like that's kind of a Danny pick because he is Jaylen Brown. We established
he is the guy who drafted Jaylen Brown, but he also is the guy that smart.
No, Kobe Buffkin's not a bad pick. If they did draft Brandon Podcast, I would be so pleased for Brandon Podcast.
Brandon Podcast would be a god in Utah.
Let's go. Him and Jordan Clarkson have the same hair. I don't know if you saw the picture of him with the dreads, but
he had the braids. It was an interesting look.
And also he talks like Jack Harlow, so everyone's gonna love him. Okay, so
well, maybe he won't rule in Utah then.
That's a good point, actually. Well, no, Jordan Clarkson, everyone loves him there. So yeah, all right. I'm seeing Jarris Walker get selected right now on my TV. So we're still waiting on this. So are the Jazz is Trader Danny up cooking something up?
He might be.
Yeah, he might be. He might be.
I mean,
it's weird that none of these picks outside of that weird little swap have been like the followed up like the draft rights teams working on a deal that might include so and so.
Rosalind said this is the Tobias trade. Watch this
trade. Watch this face.
Let's go. Oh my God.
Tyrese Halliburton is so good on Twitter.
Oh, I like that, Will. Laurie Markkinen and 9 for Scoot.
Ooh.
You know that
I wish.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna do that, but
that would be insane.
All right, let's see. Man, every year we get hyped up with a bunch of so many trades are gonna happen. And teams just fucking get scared, dude. They're fucking babies, dude. They literally get scared on draft night.
I need Charlotte to trade some of their later picks. They got too many.
Oh my God, they have 5 picks in the draft.
Yeah, and like even the seconds they have are like high seconds. Like
I know, and they got a second back from us in the McDaniels trade, and I'm like, you don't even need this second. Like, you want to fucking
give it back.
Yeah, like we will literally just take it back, please.
Yeah.
All right, we're still waiting, Jazz. Still waiting.
I'm still waiting.
How much time do they put on the fucking clock, dude?
It's like 5 minutes per pick. It's crazy.
Yeah, they wait so a while.
They only speed it up
Taylor
Hendricks after the lottery.
First one I got wrong. Damn.
Yeah, we finally the streak broken.
Good pick.
But that's a solid pick though for them.
Solid pick, just kind of like
it doesn't seem like a Danny pick though.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, although actually Vagberg has been calling him taller Grant Williams, so
yeah, but
I think he's better, but yeah.
With Walker Kessler, man, like that's a pretty nice front court.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, if Hendricks is a guy, that's the thing is that like
if you got taller, longer Grant Williams at pick 9, you'd probably be pretty excited because that means he can protect the rim and start. So
yeah.
Jeremy Grant Williams. There you go.
There we go.
That's pretty good. He's at the midpoint of Jeremy Grant, and
I love that. By the way, you can hop up, Dredd, if you want to at any point tonight. I know that you might be itching to get up, but first off, we just got
Jarris is rizzing her up.
He's rizzing.
Let's go. He's rizzing.
Is Jarris the new Riz King?
Jarris might be the new Riz King.
Yeah. I mean, I once again love the fit with the Pacers. I think Jarris is going to be awesome on the Pacers.
So this is Dredd. I want to show you. I was in a suit for a while, going to do a windy bit, but it got way too hot. So when we get to the second round, I'll put the suit back on because that's
Go.
where the real slop
Yeah.
is.
Let's get it. Oh my god.
Wendy's vest is so nice. I got to be honest with you. He's ruling. He's rocking out there. For everyone who can't see this, he's got a houndstooth button-up short sleeve and then like a Patagonia zip-up vest on.
Yeah,
He looks like everybody in the
what a
insurance
beast.
industry's boss.
Yes.
I'll be right
Exactly.
back. I'm gonna go get some water.
I'm just going to keep talking about our king, Brian Windhorst. It's just like, and the thing about it is like, clearly these are branded, but he's not like showing the brand. He's just doing it out there. He's the most married divorced man ever. Just like how Russillo's the most divorced unmarried man ever.
Yeah.
Russillo never got married and is the most divorced man ever. But Windhorst got married, stayed married, and is still the most divorced man ever.
Yeah, well, I think Windy. I don't know if divorce energy is right for Windy. Windy is just kind of like a drip king.
Yep.
You know,
Is Windy the new Riz King?
Windy kind of has single energy for a married guy, but not in a sleazy way.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
He has the energy
Like,
of a
just
man
the
that
quiet-
travels a lot.
Yeah,
Like he's on the road all the time.
Self-assured, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point.
Also-
Yeah, he's always
A
traveling.
swinger.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah,
to
there we
one of
go.
our
That's good.
It's one of our resident degenerate.
Is Windy the new
polyamories.
slop king?
I was about to say, is Windy has the aura of the open marriage saved my marriage kind of guy.
Yeah, there we go. There it is.
Maybe that's how he didn't get divorced because his wife was like, "Look,
The slop.
Collective.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I've always
Polygamy
considered myself a bit of a him bontemps.
Windy is another level.
God, I wish.
So all right. So now we have who's on the clock?
Why wouldn't Janice
Dallas
put a
is on the
watch in
clock.
the jar?
Yeah,
Wait, Dallas is on the clock and Hendricks just went.
I know
This could be a trade.
it could be a trade. It could be Whitmore.
I've heard Dallas
Oh.
likes Grady Dick, but also they're scared of his knee, which apparently has a red flag on it."
Yeah.
Lively? Is it Lively?
Oh my god, that's such.
No,
That would be
they didn't take
terrible.
Lively.
No,
Or are you just guessing?
I think it's a guess. That's a guess.
Okay,
right
guess.
They
Okay.
they honestly like
They should
they
not
need-
take a.
They should
Oh,
take a
look,
swing on Whitmore because
They should.
need,
They
like,
they should just take Whitmore. Like,
Grant
that-
Williams
like-
and pick 25.
who's gonna have a better fit with
don't
for
know.
Cam than giving him Luka Doncic to just like throw him lobs and let him be a play finisher.
I kind of think they need a high field guy though. Like I don't
They
like.
don't
Don't
need
get me
feel
wrong.
guys. Luka dominates the ball. You don't need to have feel if all all you're gonna
Yeah,
do
but
is spoon fed
anytime
dunks.
if they put two on the ball, I want guys that can make the right decision. I tend to lean in that direction, but the problem is I think most of those guys are gone.
Well, if they put two on the ball, he can just throw it to Kyrie. I mean, unless
Yeah,
Kyrie
true.
leaves.
Kyrie's going to be there.
Yeah. So, if Kason Wallace gets picked here, I'm choosing to believe that if Kason goes here, it's a placeholder pick for the eventual Celtics sign and trade.
Shut up. Please stop. I do think that Kaysen.
If they got
I
Kaysen
would-
to replace Marcus Smart, I would be so upset.
I would like Kaysen more than I would like Cam here. Although I get the upside swing with Cam. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. Is like you have Luka, you probably should just get guys that you know are good at basketball.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I would be very tempted on Cam just because like he's so explosive and so talented. He just is kind of a bozo.
If he does hit, that might convince Luka to stay, which is the real thing. Like that's. But I would take Kaysen over Cam.
So we took Cam Whitmore here in the YKB slop draft.
Yeah.
And Kason was not on the board. I would have taken Kason. Sorry for the person who doesn't like Kason. But I do believe Kason Wallace rocks. But
Kaysen, yeah.
Cam, I think, is a defensible pick. If Hendricks was there, it would have been a slam dunk.
Yeah, Hendricks would have been because you literally just don't even have to trade for Grant Williams then, who they're interested in trading for.
Higher ceiling Grant Williams.
Yeah. So yeah, I love the I need to see. I think that they're going to trade this pick though. I mean, I don't know who they're going to trade. The problem is every team was supposed to trade their pick and no one did.
The thing I'm actually really surprised at. So I am a a Bilal stan, or at least I thought I was. But I thought I was a Bilal stan at 12.
I was gonna say you were
Yeah.
on Bilal like 2 months ago, and like telling us about him, and I was like, when he was projected to go in that at that point, it was like the late first.
Yeah, he was supposed to go in like the 25 to 30 range.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, oh, I think this guy's a little bit better than this. And like, I had gotten him up to my like late lottery range.
Wait. Oklahoma City getting Case and Wallace from Dallas at 10.
Let's go! Kaysen!
Presti is getting away with it again.
Wow. I can't believe Presti really got away with it again. Third best player in the draft.
Hold on, real quick. If any of the OKC guys that are in the comments want to hop up, request the stage, and I'll pull you up. Yeah. That's a great
pick.
Great pick.
I'm taking the over on their wins. Not like actually because I don't gamble that much, but like they're going to be a good team.
Another guard, fuck it. And also shout out to Vince Rosman, who was the Sixers scout, who knows Kentucky guard market inefficiency from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey was also the same exact situation. Oh, it is the Bertans dump. They did. Oh my God! Alex called this.
Holy shit!
Alex and Andrew called this on Down to Dunk.
Oh my God!
All right,
this is insanely good.
It's absurd, man.
Dump Bertans. What the? They moved back. They got it. They have to.
Hold on. The Bertans contract is not as bad as you think.
No. It's a good contract. What I'm saying.
They had to have gotten 12 back. Come on,
OKC is incredible.
Yeah, why is Dallas dumping Bertans? Who are they going to get? Are they going to use that trade exception to get Grant Williams?
Yeah, does OKC have no? They traded all their other picks in this draft, right? Like it can't be like 20. Do they have like a 20 or something? Or
no, it's just 12 and a TPE. So they move back 2. And they're still going to get whoever they want at 12, I guess.
Yeah, that's really good. That's
Presti.
Fucking Presti's the king!
Keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it.
Bertans is good for OKC. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this is a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can just like I was saying before.
They need shooting.
That they, we were talking about the Rockets earlier, and why would they go after Niang? Well, you have a young team with a bunch of ball handlers, you need shooters.
Oh, right. No. Sham says 12 and the TPE to Dallas. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had 12 in there too.
Yeah, it was they took on
Burton's money to move up 2 spots.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. What's going on? So
David,
we got
let's go.
David, aka Birds Rights NBA. So how pumped are you right now, dude?
I am so pumped, man. I'm like, right. So me and a couple of the other Thunder fans have been talking about dumps and
whoa. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but your shit just went crazy. Hold on. No, you're good. Now you should be able to talk. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah. No, me and several other Thunder fans have been talking about dumps and things, and one of the ones that we brought up was Bertans and just swapping from 10 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm
perfect. You guys called this Down to Dunk guys. We're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. No, those guys are smart. I love those guys.
Yeah.
I should be at the draft party tonight, but I've got work to do. So.
Well, you got Case and Wallace on the fucking team right now, which honestly we were talking about. Would they not take another guard? Because we were they just got Isaiah Joe last offseason. Obviously, they have a ton of guards already, but they're big guards. Giddey's a big guard, Shea's a big guard, Jalen's a big guard. They can make it where this dribble, shoot, pass thing, and as Alex points out in the comments, Trey Mann is probably gone, I would imagine. Yeah, he's going to get traded, I would imagine.
Dom's in the comments, too. Hey, Dom. I guess we're all here. Yeah. Dom's one of the ones that Al Baby Cakes, he's here. Yeah, we're all here. Okay.
This rocks for OKC. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What does this mean? Do you think that this makes Dort a little bit more available, later on down the line? Is kind of
I think Dort has kind of been available.
Okay.
I called when they signed into that contract that I think that the number they signed him to is perfect for being able to move up to the next level of getting a guy at a max salary. So. You can use his salary and another guy to get into max range.
And as Alex pointed out, the Giddey extension, which is probably the next big extension, doesn't kick in for another 2 years. Yeah, because he was the 2021 draft. So you would still have 2 more years until you need to take another max on the books. SGA is the only max. So you still have so much flexibility because of all these rookie contracts.
We have over $30 million of cap space this offseason.
Oh my God, Tobias is going to love Oklahoma City. Dude.
I know, dude.
Dort for
Ryan
Tobias is
Jordan
going to go
talking
so
about
hard.
that today. He's like, Tobias Harris? Tobias Harris? I'm like, no, don't you hand off.
Hey, it's an expiring. He's a veteran.
It is an expiring.
He can shoot. He likes it. Him and Isaiah Joe are friends. Let's go. I'm talking to you into it.
Low key, I think the Kaysen pick might mean Kayson. Well, I don't care.
It's Kaysen,
You
I
guys
believe.
can
Jason, yeah.
do whatever in the comments. I think that means that they might be open to adding a veteran PF for C, which I'm
Sure.
kind of okay with.
Right.
I want you guys to get Nas Reed. Nas Reed is
Nas
my
Reed
guy.
would be great
Yeah,
here.
is my guy for you guys. So
Yeah, they're one of the teams that can pay Nas Reed. Like, there's not many teams that can, but I would just throw a bag at him to make it so Minnesota can't have him anymore. Just
Can we just
weaken
talk-
one of the guys that's like a playoff team that you're competing with to like be in the playoffs next year, and you get a good player.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
and
great.
now you're putting defensive infrastructure. We know Kaysen's going to be a great defender from the jump. You have I believe in Kaysen's shot. Like, I really think he's going to be a good shooter in the NBA. And you guys have the best shooting coach in the NBA.
I was about to say,
Chip.
and that's the big thing, like legitimately the best shooting coach in the NBA with Kaysen, who you've been talking about this for a while now, Trill, who could be an A+ on defense, and if he could get to being a B+ on offense,
Yes, exactly.
that's just amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like-
I'm telling you, like, I think like the future for him in the NBA is going to be an elite role player, if not more. Like, he's going to be, and he might just be a star in a role kind of guy. Like, I love his game. So
I actually think that this ends up being a fine trade for Dallas, depending on what they do with the TPE. Once again, TPE Sicko, Sam Sheehan in here.
I think
Dallas,
it's
yeah.
he's from Dallas. They didn't take the local kid.
They never do. They didn't get Dallas Goddard either for the Cowboys.
Have you seen Dallas's last like 10 drafts and who they took?
Mhm.
Like,
They
the last
suck
10
so
drafts
bad
of
at the
Dallas
draft.
is so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And they also passed on Desmond Bain, who was literally right near them at TCU, famously.
They
I
end
like
up
Josh Green,
dumping-
but he's not that
if
good.
they end up dumping Bertans and getting Kim Whitmore out of this somehow, that's actually pretty good work. To be
I think that
honest.
there are
Yeah.
honestly, I
That's
actually
fine.
think there are still two like very reasonable picks for them with like Cam Whitmore, and then if they like really for some reason we're going to take Grady Dick anyways, I'm more okay with them doing it at 12.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a believer in Grady's defense, but I believe that you have to have real, like, to play with Luke. The reason why I love Kaysen Wallace with them was because I think you need to be like a really good defender to make that work.
Yeah, and
You
once
know?
again, like
Jet Howard and
Jet
11.
Howard!
what the hell?
Whoa!
Ooh.
Michigan connection
I'm
again.
so sorry.
Michigan
Franz.
connection again.
I cannot
They
believe
didn't take Buffkin. They took Howard. We all thought it was going to be Buffkin.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's
So-
wild.
What up? We got Cozy Lido here. What's going on, dude?
So just so
Not
everyone knows,
much. That's crazy. So Jet Howard at 11 is wild.
I was going to say that's the first major surprise of the night.
Yeah.
what
Man, I know.
I had a lot of grade on Jet Howard. I think he's like offensively really well rounded. Like as like a dribble pass shoot wing at 6'8". Like he's a
Sure.
legit 6'8" too. He's really good. The question there is just like the defense and stuff, and like
And the rebounding and all.
and the athleticism, how functional it really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yep.
as an offensive talent, I think playing off of Franz and Paolo, like I think it's a better pick than Anthony Black at 6, to be honest, to me. Just because like the backcourt with like Suggs and Fultz, I think the shooting is kind of sus.
Sure.
Jet Howard helped out a ton with that, and I feel like he continues like the whole, I don't know, just like really well-rounded big wing thing going on. The thing they have going
They
on.
want
there.
size. Yeah. I mean, they
Yeah.
got plenty of fucking big wings and big guards now. Like, their whole team is pretty big. So
yeah, it's a giant
all
it's a
dribble.
jumbo team. A jumbo dribblers.
It's like the OKC thing, but not. Yeah.
I'm not exactly outing him because he's going ballistic in the comments, but Will told me one of the only people he hated in this draft was Jet Howard.
yeah,
Now
because he's a
on the
Michigan
Magic.
guy and Jet quit on the team. Everyone thinks that's why. Yeah.
So, I
This
didn't
is
really.
really funny.
I didn't love Jet Howard just when I looked at the tape on him, but I mean, it does have wing size. I mean, I think this is the wing thing,
If you can nail one of these wings, I just think that I think that here's the thing. Jet Howard could be solid. I had him a little bit lower on my board, but I'm just kind of my whole thing is I think these wings miss way more often than they hit. I just think everyone is so obsessed, and you got to take the cracks at them. But I don't know. I just think that people get way too obsessed over it. I would just draft good basketball players.
Grady Dick. I would have taken Grady Dick personally.
I had Jet Howard at 22 on my final board, which once again, everything's pretty fluid in certain tiers, but I would have taken a lot of players actually. I would have taken Kobe Buffkin for them above, and moved off of Suggs and or what's the player that I'm suddenly forgetting? Who's Markelle? Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that there are trades coming for the Magic too. I would imagine they have
They got to consolidate. Yeah, they got to consolidate.
Will is going off.
Can I get the Backberg updates?
Will hates Jet Howard. He's been doing it forever.
The Backberg updates. It was always Jet, and then retweeting himself from 112.23. Watching Jet is fun, knowing he's a Magic. So.
I'm so
he's
sorry.
Oh no, they're showing the Bulls trade recap with the Magic. Why would they do this to me? Why are they putting this on the screen?
This has to be incredible for you though, Kevin, because this is one of the best case scenarios for them to use 11 on and not make you feel bad as a
yeah. I mean, it still feels bad in that Cam Whitmore, like I said, is on the board. There are good players still on the board. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to look back at this draft and want to, Bud Dwyer myself because of I did after the Franz draft. That has been really, really bad. Although I do not stand for the slander that people put out there that Wendell Carter is better than Vucevic. That is just not true. If you say that, you don't know ball. Wendell Carter.
Oh my God, you're coping so hard.
I'm not. Can he be on?
Wendell is so good.
Can he be on a team that wins more than 40 games ever, in his life?
Yeah, next season.
Next season, literally. Just wait. Yeah.
We'll see how Paulo and Franz are, but I'm
dubious.
To see.
Who literally was on teams.
Woj is getting cooked.
Literally been on multiple teams. They won 46. The first year he had DeMar, and they were on pace for 50 wins until Lonzo's knee exploded.
This is cope.
It's not cope. It's true.
Woj needs to take off the inhibitors, he's Rock Lee fighting Gara,
okay.
And just drop them off to the side.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
I hate this pick.
I don't like this pick either.
No,
I hate this pick.
Why are you drafting a big dude?
Well, because their only center is
Am I allowed to start thinking about Cam Whitmore for the Celtics at 25 now?
Chris Murray, though. Chris Murray might legitimately make it to the Celtics.
Brendan Podcast's still on the board.
Hey.
Yeah. He did get a green room invite. Cam Whitmore got a green room invite, though, too. So
I don't hate Lively as a prospect. He thinks he's fine, but I don't know. That's just a very that's just such an unexciting pick.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. Lively is somebody who actually makes sense to me for kind of guy that Mark Cuban would go after. He was supposed to be a lot better.
I mean, look at Cuban's draft history.
Let me put it. He was a higher touted prospect going into college.
Yeah, number 2.
Right.
Philadelphia legend. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Duke got 1 and 2, right? And then they both had disappointing years. Yep. Yeah.
And there are a lot of underlying numbers that point to him maybe having some amount of success. It's just that he's also already having knee concerns, and he cannot hit a free throw to save his life. If he had
Wiseman
submarine to get out of a if he had to, in order to get out of a submarine, he had to hit a free throw. That submarine would never be opening.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say he's Wiseman?
It's giving Wiseman as far as just the pitch and everything, where it's theoretically he's a perimeter player. Theoretically, he's like a really good like.
Well, his
rim rolling
defense
big.
is. Yeah, I was gonna say his defense is. I think his rim protection is going to be
Defense is
legit.
legit.
Yeah.
I think
He
his
actually
hands
knows
on
what he's
offense
doing
are
on defense,
suspect,
unlike
though.
Wiseman.
Do you
Yeah.
know who he does remind me of? Unfortunately, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who the Mavericks actually picked up a few years ago, and then they got him. Oh boy,
yeah.
man.
The pitch on Lively when I read it, and then even when I just like saw a picture of him, I was like, did they clone Willie Cauley-Stein? Like,
Hold on.
This seems like the same guy.
How old is Lively's young too, right? He's like
Lively is quite young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's young. The good thing about Lively are that he's very young and that he has like a really good assist to turnover ratio for a big
for
guy.
his that is the one thing that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And
Dude,
like
look,
he does
he's-
protect the rim. So like I don't
Yeah,
know,
I-
like
Yeah.
he could be good.
he's got
Yeah.
he's got some feel indicators. Like the assist to turnover thing, I think especially for big man, like if you can have like 2 or 3 assists a game as a center in college, like
Yep.
that's pretty legit. And if you have good rim protection and you have good passing stats as a big man, that always like to me has always translated to like you have really good floor mapping and you're going to be like a pretty high level defender.
also, not for nothing, and this is like not everything, but he averages half a block or half a steal a game as a big. It's like
Yeah.
it's a pretty good indicator actually that he's going to develop or generate a lot of defensive pressure at the next level. So like I think he could be fine.
Can he guard in space well? Can he switch at all?
So yes,
theory.
in theory,
Yeah.
is the thing.
But they're
Because
not going to run him like at.
Yeah.
And
Could he be? Can he be like? He's probably not going to be because like this Kessler was an outlier. But like, is that like the best case scenario? Is that he pops as like Walker Kessler?
I think
Yeah,
I
as far as, like,
literally
rim
was just going to
protection,
say last year I loved the Walker Kessler pick last year, but he was also the 22nd pick.
right.
Yeah.
And he does have a lot of the same indicators that Kessler had, though, statistically.
But like, if you go back and do that draft now, you probably take Kessler a lot
Top
higher,
5.
right?
Yeah, top 7,
Yeah.
top 5. Yeah.
So
I don't think he's Kessler for a simple reason. His footwork is kind of rough. And Kessler does actually have pretty decent footwork, but I think like that's a good like potential.
he's a lot younger than Kessler was at that draft time, though, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Who are they going to get? Who are they going to get here if they're clearing cap space? What is the purpose?
I think they might
Draymond.
I don't think it's Draymond.
Draymond?
No, that's what KOC is
That's
saying.
what KOC said. But he
Why
doesn't
do
know
they keep
anything.
trying to tie him? Every report has said he wants to go back to the Warriors.
Bill is obsessed with getting Draymond to
To the Mavericks.
Dallas.
It's not true.
Can I tell
dude.
you my actual like conspiracy theory? I think that they're doing Draymond a favor to increase the contract.
Yeah,
Possibly.
they're trying to jack up his
Clutch.
his
Yeah.
Clutch
market.
connect.
Dylan
Dylan Brooks is a rocket, it appears. I don't think he's going to be a Maverick.
I know that this is like me kind of doing a bit, but like I actually do think Grant Williams could end up not for the 12th pick, obviously now because Derek Lively does not make sense. But like I think a Grant Williams or that kind of range of sign and trade player. Yeah.
Dylan Brooks actually on the Mavericks wouldn't be like the worst fit. They do need like more defenders, and he at least does that. It would be weird because he can't shoot, but
I might have some minor slop here.
Oh, what about Bruce Brown? Oh,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think he's leaving. I think he's gonna do the Bobby Portis thing.
Let's hear the slop trail.
I'm hearing. I've heard things about I'm just going to say a former Houston Rocket might be going back that is not James Harden.
Oh, are we talking
We'll
about
see.
Daniel House?
No, not nothing to do with the Sixers. You've heard the same. Thank you.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
it's not
Oh,
Eric
no.
Gordon. It's not Eric Gordon. Ah, CJ.
Oh
Capella
my
back?
God.
We might be seeing a Clay Capella to
That would be
the
so
Houston
funny.
Rockets trade at some point here. They do want to trade pick 20.
Yeah.
The Hawks do? Is that what they've got, or who's got 20?
What is that Sengun fit? What the hell?
Oh yeah, the Şengün fit is not great there. That's a good point.
Awful.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
All right,
you
so
need-
I have some new
somebody
reporting.
defense
Myself, I
position.
just got off the phone. My stepfather is still missing in his submarine. However,
okay. Enough
we
of
will
this
be-
bit.
Hey, I got some really great news for you though, Sam. Blink 182 called.
What's that?
Blink-182 called.
Oh,
They
no,
want you to
okay,
do
good.
concert.
They're on their way to Portland, Maine.
Yeah, okay, awesome. It's great. That is where the similarities between me and that guy end. We have nothing else in common.
No, I want everyone to hear it first here. Sam has confirmed that he is the stepson of the billionaire on the submarine, and he has all the same opinions.
Yes, exactly. Sam supports
that's my brother.
the 1%.
Yeah.
He actually he thinks that all the laws around the safety stuff is overblown.
Look,
Why I
as long
want to
as
paint
I'm in the will, I want to make it clear. As long as I'm in the will,
So wait.
I also think.
Wait, what's going on here? Are we getting the Raptors pick, or are they just waiting?
Oh.
I think it's going to be Buffkin. That was who they were tied to.
Like Buffkin tanked all his other work, all his other stuff for them. If they don't draft him, that's pretty brutal for him.
They're going to trade down. Grady Dick is really fun.
I want Dick.
Dean,
Yeah,
Dean, what are you talking
What
about?
is Dean talking about? What
What
was
did
he
Dean
cooking?
say?
What was he cooking?
Look at the tweet in the chat, Trill.
Magic took Jet Howard.
Don't
over
read
Grady
it out
Dick.
loud.
You don't have to read it.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
Oh my God.
Dean was cooking.
Can't keep getting away with it.
He's so
Wow.
ridiculous, dude. Don't read. No. Wait.
Wait.
Jesus Christ.
That's really funny.
That's pretty
Unreal,
good.
dude. Oh my God.
No,
I wonder why
I
he's
guess-
not hired by a front office. It's so
I feel like
crazy.
Whitmore. Just,
Yeah, I wonder why.
Does New Orleans just take Whitmore if Toronto doesn't trade back here? Because
Get like diet Zion.
yeah,
Like literally on a diet Zion.
yeah, let's say like on a diet Zion.
Hold on. Cam Whitmore was projected to go 6 on Tankathon. Grady Dick was projected to go 11. So both the Magic picks, they had no fucking idea. All right, so now we're at 13. Toronto's still on the clock. There, of course, Masai's going to take 10 minutes to make this pick. It's going to be like when the Minnesota Vikings never got their pick in on time. And then like teams would run up because Masai just wants all the attention.
I'm not gonna lie, some of my favorite players are still dropping here. Like we still got Kobe Buffkin out there. I still like Cam Whitmore. We still have Keontae George, who I'm a big fan of. Chris Murray, Jaime Jaquez, the podcast man himself.
Jaquez has been rising apparently.
Yeah.
I liked
Brogdon
Keontae George
13,
way more
right?
before I found
Okay.
out that he was a Parm guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Parm
Right.
only likes bad players, unfortunately. But
When he
But,
was
like,
like all
Bryce
about
players.
Keontae George, I was just like, all right, Parm put his stink on him.
The thing that made me most nervous for my love of Keontae George was Parm agreeing with me, and I'm like, am I wrong here? But I will say that like Keontae George is, and I've said this multiple times. What if somebody was born to be a hooper but raised in a cult compound of calculator rats?
because he takes a ton of pull-up threes.
Yeah, he's just like, what if a hooper was like instinctively trained by the master splinter of take only threes?
The Daryl Morey of
Right.
fucking
Daryl Morey kidnapped a child that was going to be a hooper and raised him.
Yeah. Well, honestly, you're just describing James Harden.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's James Harden, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we have hold on. We have
Bryce Sensabaugh still on the board.
Oh yeah, Bryce is still. I like Bryce.
I've heard
I love Bryce.
Bryce is probably going to go in the 20s.
Bryce is a bucket.
20s
People-
or 30s.
People have said his medical's bad.
They're really bad. Yeah, that's all everyone's been saying apparently.
His knees are obliterated.
A little birdie told me something about Whitmore's knees also having a little red flag really late in the process. So I think that might have something to do with the
Well,
fall.
apparently Cam's medicals were really bad too, but they still took
Yeah.
him. So,
Cam?
yeah. Or Kaysen.
Cam
sorry,
is
Kaysen.
Cam. Okay, Kaysen.
Yeah, Case
Yeah.
had rough medicals, but it was not like
I mean,
devastating.
yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like Sensabaugh had a ton of injuries. Like he had like multiple surgeries and shit. So
Right.
like
We
I
have
feel
known.
like teams always over-index too much on that stuff, though, in
Yeah.
the draft.
I
Like,
agree.
Yeah.
MPJ went 13
Michael
before,
Porter Jr.
like his back
Yep.
was made out of paper mache,
What?
and he's fine.
Wolf-
I also want to point out
Even
Wolf
AJ
in the
Griffin last
comments
year,
is evil. I don't want that.
Sensabaugh, for the record, had both meniscuses had to get repaired and then played a very productive college year. Like,
I mean,
He's a hooper.
I love Sensible. I have him 15 on my board, 13 on my board.
Let me check my board. I have,
But I also am just worried about the medical shit. Like, to me, I think we could be looking at a Malcolm Brogdon situation here where he falls close to like second round.
it's
Yeah,
very
Malcolm Brogdon situation.
Oh my God!
Malcolm
Wait!
Brogdon
Oh,
getting
hold on.
traded.
The Raptors taking forever to make their pick.
It's so
Who
crazy.
ever heard of that?
Trill, I thought you had slop. I was
Sorry.
getting so I was
I
like,
apologize.
Raptors slop? How dare you make me think?
I mean, the Raptors have literally been on the clock for 45
I
minutes.
guarantee you there will not be a trade here. Anyone who thinks there's going to be a trade here,
Messiah's
No.
in his Karnisovas bag, just not making trades.
Hold on.
make the
Since
pick.
the Kawhi
That's
trade,
right.
what is the
We
difference
all know
between
you're taking
Masai
Kobe
and
Buffkin. Yeah,
Karnisovas?
The difference is Malachi Flynn, who was very
contract this team.
But Kobe
Announce-
Buffkin doesn't fit the model of player that they take.
It's
Like
Maybe
they've
they're-
taken Malachi Flynn as the only guard they've
but he
taken in
makes
the last.
the team like a little
David,
bit.
you can
uncomfortable.
cuss as much as you
Are
want.
you guys ready for Leonard Miller?
I was gonna say I thought they were gonna take Leonard Miller last year. So
Leonard
Yeah.
Miller is
AB
good.
Siakam, dude. I'm telling you.
Leonard Miller is
Leonard
extremely
I like
a
Leonard Miller.
Raptor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Canada.
Yeah, he is.
I gotta tell you though, if the Raptors don't take Buffkin, that is brutal for him because he very much tanked his chances of going before that, so he could go to the Raptors.
They did talk about that one. I agree, which I'm not sure I fully buy that, but if that is the case, that would really suck. But two, I want to say that they did say that they were discussing a trade down to get both of the Nets picks at 21 and 22, I believe.
I wouldn't consolidate to go this. I guess like I think with the Nets the thing is like if they like Cam, they should do that for Cam.
I mean, honestly, Cam fits more of the profile of what they draft than any other person on the board.
A
Just
big athlete
with size.
athlete-
Yeah.
Athlete with limited skill and no feel. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they love.
Yeah. But then, like, most of those guys hit. Like, Flynn doesn't hit. Like that, and I like Flynn was the opposite, a small guard with good feel and like pick and roll craft. But
Yeah, but Flynn was also old. He was old
Yeah,
and
he was
small
22.
and played crap competition. Like that was I mean, people got really into Malachi
Yep.
Flynn, and
Yeah.
it didn't really make a lot of sense.
So
I
Galaxy
think they're going to take
Wow.
Whitmore.
Whitmore gets to 25. Celtics take him. Trade Jaylen Brown for Zion.
Grady
Create
Dick.
the most-
Grady Dick.
Brady Dick, I love it.
That's honest. They need shooting. So
He's
I
like
mean,
the safest pick possible in the draft. Like,
tweeting it while he was announcing it.
Well, I mean, I've been trying to say this that Masai it's a good pick. I like the pick.
good
Don't get
pick,
me wrong.
Wow, it's a good
Very
pick.
good
Yeah.
pick.
His
Oh, wow,
fit is
I was
so
gonna say, it's
insane.
on television at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time Shams is tweeting it.
Poor Buffkin. Like, what the man? What the
Yeah.
heck, man? Oh, if Buffkin gets to
Kobe
25,
Buffkin,
I'd be
you
thrilled.
are a Boston Celtic,
Yeah, that would be
whether
awesome.
you like it or not.
Buffkin is my 14th player on my board.
Buffkin boys.
Yeah, I'll be a Buffkin boy.
Little buff boys.
He's like
Little
Derek
buff-
White light.
No, I like the Grady Dick pick, but it is just funny that Masai has this reputation as like the most aggressive GM in the NBA, and he just took the safest pick.
yeah.
He's a conservative GM. He made one really aggressive move. Honestly, the Scotty Barnes pick was a little bit aggressive too, just because he
At
was
the time.
at the time was, but it turned out to be a very good pick. I have to give him credit for
Yeah.
I
that.
want to point out, by
Look
the
at
way,
me.
that
Don't look at them. Don't look at
Brady
them. I need you right now. Brandon Podcast is still on the board. With your help, he can still be on the board for the Celtics at 25 if you vote for him. He is electable if we vote for him.
Draftable if you draft him, folks.
He's draftable if you draft him. Yeah.
I got to be honest. Like right now, I'm feeling pretty good about. Like I still hate the smart trade rips my soul out every time. But like at this point, I'm like a little bit less sad because the moment I'm still sad, but the fact that Brandon Podcast, Leonard Miller, Chris Murray, or Kobe Buffkin could be available there, all make me feel a little bit better.
This draft is good. This draft is really good. I think
This
so.
draft
Like,
is pretty deep. Like I like a lot of the talent in that range. I
Yeah.
think that
You could get a great player at 35, and then there
Yeah,
would be
like-
no reason to trade up to 25.
or you could trade
Yeah,
up 10
draft like
picks
this.
to ensure that you get that exact player.
If we draft Marcus Sasser at 25, I will rip my hair out. Not because I think it's a bad pick. I love Marcus Sasser.
He would have been there at 35, probably.
He would have been there at 35.
Who do we think that the Celtics are going to trade this pick for at the last minute? Like, what actual player? Because Brad Stevens does not scout.
Every team is afraid.
Draft.
Every team is afraid, dude.
But
every team in the NBA is afraid to make a trade.
Brad Stevens has a first-round pick. He trades out of it and gets like a real player.
Yeah,
for
but he does it
instead.
before the draft, Kevin. Like that's over.
Fultz would be a good one, actually.
Fultz would be dope.
Fultz would rock. Oh my god, I would
Fultz
love
would be
that.
great.
But can you have Fultz and
Having Fultz on the Celtics would kill me, though. I would be like,
It would.
They still end up
It's
getting
not.
Fultz? Yeah, like, are you fucking kidding me? All
Are
They
these
get
you
Fultz
allowed-
and Tatum eventually.
Yeah.
right? Are you allowed to have Fultz and Tatum on the same team? Like,
Oh my
Is
god,
that-
that would kill me.
is that allowed?
I actually really like that idea, though.
It's a great idea. It's just I don't think it happens because
But he doesn't play Missoula. Well, I guess if he's on ball all the time, a lot of the time, he could play Missoula ball.
He would give them another person who can dribble the ball, which
Yeah,
would be good.
Which
for
and
them.
pass and finish at the
Yeah.
rim. Like, I mean,
Well,
he's
and-
not as good as
and
Smart, but he
passes,
could.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Malcolm Brogdon can dribble, but just immediately puts
does
the
not
horse
pass.
blinders on and runs to the front of the rim and ignores Time Lord.
Sixers fans
And-
talk to me
and
about
Joe-
Malcolm Brogdon like he is literally. I'm like, it's mind blowing how good they think he is.
Dean rocks.
The best
I
part
gotta
is
be honest.
that Joe Maz exclusively played Brogdon with Time Lord, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
oh my god, he
he
did
was
that all
just
year.
constantly
I wanted to-
driving into Time Lord's like defender every time.
That happened
Oh.
literally after Rob came back. Oh,
Mavericks are active, trying to use their $17 million trade exception to acquire a new a player for a current or future pick.
That's fine. I think that's
Yeah.
smart of them.
nobody,
yeah,
nobody
what
on
else
the
would-
Celtics
They
makes
just
that
made
money.
their pick though.
Yeah, I think that. But now that it's draft night, they have one more pick available. Farther out.
$17 million. That's not how TPEs work, guys. Tobias can't fit in that TPE.
No, and you
No,
can't.
you can't
combine-
aggregate TPEs
Right.
Yeah, it's not how it works.
with
they-
contracts or with other TPEs.
But again,
Everyone
they
pointing out Dorian Finney-Smith does fit in the TPE though. That is
Let's go.
correct. That is correct. Yes.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
If they got him back, that would be so funny.
I
Will
would-
has been calling that as like what he wanted, like all before this draft, which
Look,
would
that
be
would be
very
pretty-
funny.
that would
Yeah.
be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I think,
Yeah.
I think Will would be very psyched to get their pick, even though the pick is already made for giving up DFS.
Again, and I'll say this.
Speaking of DFS, Underdog Daily Fantasy Sports.
Promo swap.
Promo code swap. Let's go. 300 people here.
Can I read out my current best ball form
Hawkins is
team for the promo code Slop Memorial Studios?
Hawkins went 14 to New Orleans.
Wow.
That's what we've
Wow.
been mocking
the most
today.
boring pick possible, to be honest.
Yeah, he's solid. He's fine.
He's good.
He's
Yeah.
good. He's gonna be a good shooter in the NBA. Okay.
I just
Yo, another
They have
Cam,
a
a young
ton of
Cam next to
shooting.
Trey.
What's that?
Cam Whitmore to Atlanta.
Oh my God! To fill the lineage.
Another Cam.
The
Oh
Cam
my
Reddish.
god, the Cam to
Do-
Cam.
Yeah.
they just keep getting away with it with getting these guys that fall.
Guys
to
that
them.
fall.
Like, they got
AJ
AJ
Griffin.
Griffin last
So
last
easy.
year.
Oh my God! Yeah, they got Jalen Johnson the year before too.
That's so
Who was
good.
with the
That's so
20th
good.
AJ Griffin, Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Do we want to hear the promo code Slop Memorial Studios lineup for best ball? By the way, Read it off.
Let's save that for later.
All right.
So
when
Uh,
there's less actual
Actual
stuff going
slop.
yeah,
on.
I was gonna say when there's
Yeah.
slop coming in, we got 300 people in here right now. So, we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. But
The second round.
well, I
second
mean,
round
I'm
is
gonna
gonna
be
be
here for
grim.
like 4 more hours, so not that long, but at least 2.5 hours.
At
We're
least
only
two.
at pick. We just finished the lottery.
Oh my god.
To be fair, the lottery goes way longer than the rest.
slowest. Yeah,
Yeah,
they give
yeah.
them the most time to do those picks.
Exactly.
Look, who's going to get drafted during a Taco Bell commercial this time?
Julian Strawther. Someone photoshopped that. Sixers get Julian Strawther at 47, and it's going to be during a Taco Bell. Future MVP Julian Strawther, who might not be athletic enough to play in the NBA, but said the same thing about Jokic. So
About Jokic, they said he wasn't athletic enough.
exactly. So do they
He
know
needs
ball?
athleticism.
Exactly. It's overrated, folks. Sam Presti has been trying to tell you it's overrated. Unless you have to have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for it to work. But
Right.
you
Basically,
have to have a really athletic guy.
Everything's overrated if you have SGA.
Yeah, exactly. As the centerpiece. Actually, so we're at pick 15 here.
Yep.
Yeah, they're getting Cam Whitmore. I mean,
Yeah, right. Like
if they don't, Utah should at 16.
The only thing is that they don't have the God Schlenk doing their drafting anymore, so they might mess it up.
True. They now have Landry Fields as their GM, and also the son of
the fail son.
Yeah, the son of Tony Resler, or whatever his name.
By the
is.
way,
the tiny pocket-sized son of Tony Resler.
I accidentally called the Grady Dick becoming a Raptor thing, and one of my like throwaway jokes.
Oh my god!
A month ago.
Yeah, one of my throwaway tweets.
Let's go.
I hate myself, man. I should have made the joke a player that didn't work for them. That sucks.
Sammy, your gift of foresight for only bad things. I said it earlier today. It really is like a Greek tragedy that you only have foresight for bad things for you.
What if Phoebe Bridgers was my girlfriend? That'll work, right? Please.
No, you have to say it like this. Sam. What if Phoebe Bridgers was my girlfriend for a year and then I got hit by a bus?
I'll take it. That's a deal.
It's worth it. Yeah, you would trade that with Bo Burnham.
Yeah, exactly.
Just join their polycule. It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Apparently, it's
Are they poly? Gross. I don't like that.
You know. Hold on, Kevin. I'm not allowing that. We welcome everyone here in the YKB community.
That's right. Yeah.
You can be inclusive. I will not.
Anti-fascist, pro-poly.
I think so. Who's up now? Who's on the clock? What are we learning here? It's
Atlanta.
Pelicans. Atlanta. Are they going to take Brandon Podcast? This would kind of be a nasty pick for them.
No,
it's Whitmore.
It's Whitmore.
I don't know for sure, but it's got to be Whitmore.
It's got to be Whitmore,
given their track record.
Yeah, and every year we always get one guy who falls in Atlanta just takes them. So
we are legitimately in the range where I am actually starting to get my hopes up about Brandon Podcast.
So I was told by Jalen Hood-Schifino's brother, Kobe Buffkin.
Wow.
Okay, that's another.
I wonder if this is a trade up though. Atlanta. It's a good pick, but they have so many guards. Are they trading DeJounte?
Yeah.
If DeJounte trade,
I mean, they probably should trade DeJounte.
They've been talking about.
AJ Griffin's a 2-3, but like you have Bogdan's a 2-3. Like I don't know. That's a lot of.
They could probably trade Bogdan and get something real for him.
Yeah,
because like he's pretty good. I've always liked Bogdan.
I mean, solid pick for Atlanta. I like Buffkin. I had him in this range. I think I had him at 16.
Haven't we been hearing that they're more willing to move on from DeJounte than originally people might have thought?
Yep.
Boo! No trading Zion.
Boo.
How dare you, David Griffin? Boo!
Griffin, you could have been the chosen one.
You could have given us slop. Instead, we're gonna get Dame slop that we've been waiting 7 years for.
It's gonna be so. Yes, Richard Normal, you did tell us. You've told me in the group DM over and over again.
Right.
First off, right. I was going off the slop. I'm when a player that good and young could potentially become available. I'm just
Phil can't be held accountable for his actions.
Yeah, I take no accountability for the fact that we thought that it could happen.
Yeah, Bill Simmons is 0 for 3, by the way. 0 for 3 this offseason on predictions.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Keontae George is a Laker. What do you guys think?
Oh my God, he'd be a good Laker too.
He'd be nasty. Like that's the thing. God damn
it. The Lakers are really good at the draft, man. They
really are. Yeah.
It's amazing that they don't draft more often. I wonder why.
Hold on. Jalen Hood-Schifino's brother yelled at me and told me he's not getting past Utah. So I'm assuming that it was this pick, as Max pointed out on the.
You're gonna add. By the way, that's his uncle, I think.
Oh well, whatever. He's young, and he tweeted at me. But either way, he probably is going to be the pick here, and then that means that the Lakers are going to have a nice selection. They want to trade the pick for a player though. Everyone's saying they want to trade it for a veteran player.
I would just draft Keontae George for them. I think it would be a great pick for them.
Same. Just as an off-ball guard, he's gonna just thrive off of LeBron.
And they're probably gonna lose Schroeder this offseason.
Oh, that's true.
And if anyone has any good gifts of threatening guns, I can tweet at NBA Matt. Feel free to send them along to me, DM them to me on Twitter.
You mean Celtics Matt?
Celtics Matt. Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's saying where they're going to take Nick Smith Jr.
Okay.
Pick,
no,
so
they're not taking Nick Smith Jr.
I need to threaten him. I need to alarm him.
Keontae at 16. Yeah. So Utah took Keontae.
That's such a that's a great pick for Utah.
Mr. Hood Shafino was incorrect.
Yeah.
Should I tweet back at him and be like, update on this?
No, it's probably the worst day for this kid's life.
No, I would not do that.
Yeah.
Did they already take Hendricks, right?
Utah
has Hendricks, yeah.
Okay. Hendricks and Keontae's a really good draft night.
Nice draft.
Yeah, where are you guys seeing the Hood Shafino news?
It's just Keontae is getting drafted at 16.
So for what it's worth, Keontae is my player 8 and Hendricks was my player 9. So like I'd be pretty happy for them.
Yeah, it's a good draft for Utah.
Who reported Keontae though? Was it Fisher or someone?
Fisher, yeah.
Yeah, it was Jake.
Okay.
No.
Did somebody?
Not a real reporter. Sorry.
I mean, he has gotten. That would be the second pick he's gotten right tonight. So.
These Cam Whitmore medicals must be so bad, hey?
Yeah, it must be pretty terrible.
Utah had conversations, but they're standing pat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus on trades, and then no one makes fucking trades again.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, Woj got cooked by the reality of this.
Cam Whitmore's going to go to the Lakers, dude. Yeah. There's a 100% chance they get Cam Whitmore here.
Oh my
that's
God.
gonna
There's
feel
a
real bad.
150% chance they get Cam Whitmore.
It's the most Lakers pick possible,
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm actually more fine with this than Keontae George going to the Lakers because, like, if Keontae George went to the Whitmore to the Celtics was a joke there because, like, he would
need another Jaylen Brown.
I was about to say I could,
but not as good.
We could just.
I mean, if they trade Jaylen Brown,
we could collect the Infinity Stones of Jaylen.
Probably trade Cam Whitmore with him though.
Jaylen Brown is a great pick at 17, though. I
agree. Keep in mind,
Jaylen turned out to be a good pick at 3.
Yeah, exactly. I had Cam Whitmore at 10 on my board, so I'm with you. I'm not hating on Cam. I'm just saying I don't think that the Celtics need a project player who has low feel. Like,
no, I understand. I just been hearing all cycle though that like Cam Whitmore is the Jaylen Brown comparison like late, and it's just like that's a top 5 pick. I don't know why we're.
Right.
To be fair, that's like the best 100% highest end outcome for him. But I will say, I think it's like he's gonna win. What's that?
Cam Whitmore is the Lou Dort of Jaylen Browns.
Built like a tank. Oh my God, that's funny.
I was gonna say Whitmore is a little bit like isn't really like the kind of guy that the Lakers draft though. They tend to draft like good basketball players. They draft a little bit like the Grizzlies. Yeah, like they draft guys that are just like already good.
Taylor Horton-Tucker was really young and raw when they drafted him.
I think Keontae George is going to be like awesome now that he like went to the Jazz.
Yeah,
I think that's like a perfect team for him.
I gotta be honest with you. I think I'm going to get cancelably high on the Jazz for next year.
Like, oh my God, he's going to be mentored by Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton.
Let's go!
Yeah. Perfect.
Hooper's in Salt Lake, baby.
Like they're going to unlock his hooperism.
Yeah, he's gonna be the Hooper in paradise.
It really is because you've got like Will Hardy has like the underpinnings to kind of keep it from like dissolving into Hooper anarchy. It's Hooper democratic socialism that they've got, you know, like so it's very
Hooper anarchy is Phoenix.
Yeah, no, Hooper anarchy is Houston.
Oh, that's true.
Fascism comes in the form of Ime Udoka.
What would we call the Suns then? They have a ton of hoopers, but they have too much order. It's not anarchy.
Yeah, they're more like Hooper theocrats.
They're a Hooper military junta.
Yeah, they did bring in a strong man in Vogel.
literal strong man. Yeah, literal military junta with Vogel at the head.
Juche thought in Phoenix? That's what I've heard.
Right, exactly. You know, Honestly,
say, I looked up when we did the politics tangent, and I saw 5 people leave. That's how the numbers did.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah. People
Yeah,
love
but
it.
you see, the people that like it really like it.
What's killing us is nobody has done a trade here.
Hold on, isn't the only people that will get this are probably the 2 OKC people in the comments? But I've heard that the joke about oh no, never mind. Completely wrong. Pass it up. The joke is bad.
Okay. Well,
Brennan podcast is going to Miami. Hey, is that happening?
Oh,
no.
No!
He is
Not
gonna.
Brandon podcast to Miami.
He's gonna be their Tyler Hero for when they trade Tyler Hero.
No,
It's just gonna
Was
happen.
that a bit, or did that happen?
No. I'm just saying.
We're joking.
Meant to be.
I
Just
think
to fuck us
it-
over.
Is Dean drunk?
Don't.
I'm so
if you
sorry.
if you read
I'm so sorry, Sam.
if you
Okay,
read
I'm
Dean's
so- I
like
can't
draft
take
board, it
that.
seems like he's
I'll
been drunk
die.
for a while. Like he just
Yep.
had like a ton of typos in it and stuff.
Dean is so mean, dude.
Yeah.
He's
I
so
think
fucking
Dean's drunk.
It's the Super Bowl, man.
mean. Yeah,
I don't think Dean is
destroying
drunk. I think he
19-year-olds.
just is. Yeah.
Actually,
Dean is
Whitmore's
just an
18.
asshole.
Yeah, he's just the most evil man alive.
But he's so good, but so evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if Brendan podcast goes to the Heat, I'm going to drive to Maine to do a wellness check on Sam. Like I'm getting in my car immediately.
It's so possible too.
It's right there. It's sitting right there.
It's
The
right
only
there,
people
yeah.
that can save us are the Lakers.
Chris Murray.
I think Chris Murray would hurt me comparably bad because I actually just
Yeah.
think Chris Murray is good.
Dude, NBA teams are so cowardly not making any fucking trades.
Yeah,
Fucking one trade all night, dude.
They
Get the
are
fuck outta
they are
here.
literally hurting Trill's bottom line, his pocketbook. They're taking food off his table
no.
by not doing
This
not
is
doing
bullshit.
trades.
They're
This is
edging.
bullshit.
edging.
Oh, we're gonna do trades. We're leading up to the draft. Oh, a lot of trades. Get the fuck out of here. This is
Trill,
bullshit.
They're just edging.
Liars.
They're edging.
Yeah.
Right after the draft,
We need it
that's
to
when it's
flop.
right.
To be
Slop.
fair, Marcus Smart and Bradley Beal have already been
True.
traded.
I was gonna say
And Kristaps
Chris
Porzingis.
Paul and fucking Jordan
Yeah,
Poole,
like,
like
a lot of
big
big
names.
have already been
Yeah,
traded.
I was gonna say 3 big trades before the draft actually never happened. So they probably would have happened at the draft in a normal year, but without the CBA shit. To be honest,
Yeah, look, I got to be honest real quick. Just to actually talk about the pick that's in for Utah. Keontae George is like a really, really good pick for them in terms of their general composition of their roster. I actually think the Jazz look pretty decent right now, and like they have a lot of good
they have
contracts.
a real team now. Like and
Danny
they're
Ainge good at team building. Who knew?
yeah.
A front court of like Lowry, Hendo, and Walker is really nice. Like
And like they still have a very, very good future picks like Hall from
Yeah.
the
From the Gobert heist.
Gobert heist, and frankly speaking, the maybe the the Mitchell heist a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like Mitchell might be gone, and they own a lot of Cleveland's picks.
Mitchell like apparently still wants to be a Knick. Like
I don't
that has not
understand.
gone away.
Like they own the 2027. Like
He's from New York,
That's-
baby.
I mean, that's kind of a loser red flag to me, to be honest. Like, you have a pretty good team and you want to go to New York. I don't know.
Yeah.
no,
I mean, they did just lose to the Knicks in the playoffs. To be fair,
I mean, I guess, but like, that's what I'm saying. That's a loser red
even
flag.
more cowardly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like KD got so much shit for that and never beat the allegations, and he's like legitimately a top 7 player all time, at least top 12.
No,
he just wants to live at
not
home.
top 7. Get out of here.
Top 12.
Do you know what's
7?
kinda- do you know what's
Top
kinda
15.
crazy?
Come on.
Yeah, top
KD?
15.
Top 15.
Jokic is already clear of KD. Get out of here.
No, come on.
Keontae George would have been really good on the Timberwolves. Like he would have been really good
Yeah.
for the Timberwolves if they had this pick.
Oh,
That's
if
kinda
he still
brutal.
had the pick. Oh
Oh,
god.
that's kind of brutal, actually. Like he would have
Oh.
played.
Yo, you know what I'm terrified of? Leonard Miller to Miami. That would be the worst.
I know I'm fine with that because anytime they take a toolsy guy, he's not good
I
for
was
them.
about to say. All
Yeah,
the-
have you heard of Precious
Yeah.
DJ
Achiuwa?
Paula.
Yeah, Precious Achiuwa, they traded him a year later. Casey Okpalo, they had to trade. No, they if they take a shooter, he's gonna be literally Ray Allen, And if they take Project, he's going to be in the EuroLeague in 5 years. So
Bam is the only like toolsy guy that they've drafted. That's
yeah,
ever,
I
like,
was going
really
to say,
big.
except for Bam, who is like the highest end outcome you can get from a toolsy guy towards the top of the draft. To be fair to them, but
Well,
yeah,
he was like
in
he
general,
was like a late lottery pick, wasn't he? Or like not even in the lottery.
he was 14. Yeah, he was the last pick in the lottery.
Yeah,
Him and Tyler Hero both 14.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
2017, 2019.
Keontae George, great reaction. Another all-star waiting to happen right here.
I agree.
I'm doing the Bill Simmons thing here.
Look,
I'm all in on Keontae George.
Lakers still on the fucking clock, dude.
who the Lakers like? Who is the Lakers? The
Lakers
most
are-
Lakers guy here? Is it? Is it
It's
Jaime
podcast.
It might be, I mean, if
Oh,
they want to
Jaime-
win
Jaime
now,
would
guy
be a
Jaime
very-
would be interesting.
Jaime would be a very Lakers pick.
Yeah, like local guy, pretty good.
Like
Yeah, older. But they
Say
did
right
draft
away.
Max Christie last
mean,
year. Someone pointed out in the comments he's very young.
Everyone should have been taking podcast. Podcast is the sixth best player in this draft. So that's
Sam
neither
is
here
Sam
nor
is
there.
spitting. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah,
Podcast is another guy that's going to prove that athleticism is overrated.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see the Warriors get podcast, to be honest. But
I
they don't really
don't
need
know.
guards.
I want to see the Celtics get podcast.
I don't hate the
That's-
Warriors. I don't really.
Mostly because I don't want Sam to self harm.
I'll be honest. The Warrior that I dislike the most is Jordan Poole, and he's gone. So I feel
Jalen
better
Hood,
about them
Shafino,
now.
Cam Whitmore, and Nick Smith among the players here at 17. Lakers probably fielding a lot of calls. Probably? You're
What
just
is that?
assuming?
yeah.
So
Wait, what is this? This is not real reporting. This is a
You're-
loop.
Here are some players that are on the board. Also,
You're a reporter. Do some
Nick
reporting.
Smith
Don't
Jr.
just guess.
is a clutch guy.
Oh God,
I would
yes,
unironically
yes,
love that, but
Yes,
That would be
let's go.
That
I
would be great
love
for
that.
Lakers haters because Nick Smith Jr. That's a bust ass name.
I just want to point out.
But I feel like the Lakers. I honestly think he might be good on the Lakers. That might be like the only.
yeah, he would be good on the Lakers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he would be.
Just running like clear out, like just hooping, like just straight up hooping.
I mean, Nick Smith Jr. If you're drafting Nick Smith Jr., you just believe that he's going to have elite touch, and you're going to believe that with NBA spacing he's going to be better. But I'm not a Nick Smith Jr. guy.
Oh no, Kaysen
But
said I'm
somebody-
perfectly fine with being in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's the best possible.
Well, I was literally the joke I was going to make was, doesn't everyone from Dallas move to Oklahoma City? But it's literally the other way around. Everyone from Oklahoma City moves to Dallas.
I want to actually point out, like, somebody saying I'm perfectly fine with being Oklahoma is like the Oklahoma City version of being like, I'm thrilled to be in Miami.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess that's true. Yeah, that is
Perfectly fine. Who cares? You have him under contract for 7 years.
But that's also, I also just realized because he's being told he's getting the Mikal Bridges right now, where he thought he was going home, and he's being told that he's going somewhere else.
Actually, that is tough.
And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
don't Dallas
Yeah.
and
He thought he
Oklahoma
was going-
City kind of hate each other? Like a little
Oh my
bit?
god,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be fucking insane if the two 10th picks that pan out are both hometown guys that get traded on draft night?
Oh my God.
That is
Wow.
pretty crazy.
The Mikal Bridge, because we talked about the 10th pick curse.
Yeah, like holy shit.
Wow.
Mm.
That would be the trick to the thing.
I love that shirt, by the way.
I couldn't even see it.
Yeah, it was
Wolf, that's great.
incredible shirt.
Thank you.
No, but
Perfectly fine when your girlfriend shows you her favorite movie and it's dog shit. It's very good
There
level.
we go. There we
Also-
go.
like, if the two 10th picks that actually pan out are McCall Bridges and also they're people I can't pronounce the name right consistently of. They're people whose names you can pronounce a million different ways.
Kason Wallace is like the easiest name to pronounce.
Jason
ever.
Wallace
Yeah.
is pretty simple.
Yeah.
This is Jason with a K.
Kasan. Like, that's just
Kasan.
you.
It's very
Mikhail, I always get Mikhail like something. Like I've gotten it wrong plenty of times. But
What about Bill? Well, the funniest one is Bill Simmons and Malik Monk. Like he always says, like
It's really easy to pronounce.
Thibault,
Monk.
he loves to call Thibault. What did he call Thibault? Tybault.
Tybalt. He
Tybalt.
loves
Tybalt.
Kasan.
Yeah.
Kasan is giving like why am I blanking now? The mismatch.
Oh, Verno.
The other one.
Yeah.
It's giving Verno.
Verno.
Yeah.
Look, I gotta tell you, that's the
Kasan.
highest praise. That's the highest praise you could ever give me.
Look,
Comparing me to
I'm
Verno.
telling you right now, Kassan Wallace. Have you seen him? He is a dog. He is out there cooking every night, swapping at that ball.
He reminds me of Tony Allen.
Everyone's trying to trade right now, by the way. The Rockets have called
Jalen
Shafino. Okay, Lakers
All
see
right.
something in him.
Okay, so this is the only time.
Kind of a best case scenario for me as a
Oh my
Celtics
God.
fan. I'm
If
not gonna lie.
Burnos says love and trust, that would be pretty cool, actually.
I mean, honestly, with the way that the Lakers drafted, has me reevaluating my Jalen Hood Shafino doubting.
Yeah, seriously.
They don't
True,
really
yeah.
miss on picks.
Well, I
Yeah,
just
that's
say-
true. Yeah.
the thing about Jalen Shafino that made me the most nervous is that like his shot after a catch is physically broken. It feels like
Yeah.
it stays below his eyes just a little bit too long, and I actually just think he might need LASIK. Like I'm not kidding.
He needs the Steph Curry eye.
I
What's the
think
Jake Fisher slop?
like he literally loses track of the basketball left and right when he shoots. Sometimes I think he has a depth perception issue.
Maybe. I mean, he can't shoot off the catch, so
Yeah,
he
he loses.
can shoot on pull-ups, and he can't shoot off the catch. It's really strange.
By the way, I think Simmons is drunk. He keeps like razzing, like replying to KOC on the timeline and like making fun of him for like writing tweets. It's very weird. It's very weird. Like he just tweeted at him. KOC just did a very like stupid KOC tweet, like "Bright Future Jazz," and just listed like their-
Ochai Abaji in the
Yeah.
right.
Okay, the reason it worked with Bright Future Suns is because their name
The
is
Sun.
the Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Jazz are not the Bright Future Jazz.
Look, do you know what you say? You say they're the new age Jazz.
There you go. Immediately better. You just came up with
Also-
that on the top of your head.
Also, the film Bright Future is literally like an ironic title where
Yeah.
the Bright Future is horrible and bad.
I mean, I don't know that KFC is even referencing that.
No, he's not, but it's just very funny to think about in the
The
context of like
juxtaposition.
the film Bright Future.
Who's still in the green room? Jaime
Uh,
Jaquez.
podcast?
Nate Smith podcast.
Yeah.
Who else is
I
there?
think that's it.
It's just Jaime Jaquez is the only other
Right,
one.
'cause
That,
Chris Murray.
Jaime Hawkins, Brandon. Oh, Chris Murray and
Chris Murray turned down the offer. He said, "I'm
okay,
not
gotcha.
going."
is
Okay.
Whitmore. Obviously, Whitmore's still on the board.
Wait, is
Yeah.
Derek Whitehead in the green room?
Oh no, the Heat are on the clock.
Oh boy.
Wait, what the fuck happened with the? Oh, right.
The Lakers took
Jalen
JHS.
Hood.
Yeah, I forgot that the Heat were 18 and not 19.
The Lakers took Jalen High School.
The Heat
Okay.
took Nick Smith.
Smith.
No.
So they're trading Tyler Hero.
No.
No.
so the Heat took Nick Smith. That
Oh, no,
would be
just somebody's
huge.
saying that. Just somebody's saying that.
Okay.
Oh,
If
I
they
think
took,
really
if they
took
take,
more
if
than-
they take podcasts, I might.
I'm going to drive to Sam. Can you just hide anything sharp real quick? Just, lock
This is,
yourself.
this is gonna be like the worst 5 minutes of my life, followed by an even worse 5
We're gonna have to
minutes.
immediately 41-40, Sam.
Yeah.
Damn. I wish the Sixers had a fucking pick, dude. Why'd you ruin the draft? Like, cool, awesome.
Buy all. the
We
first
did get James Harden.
round- buy every single second round pick. I will
man.
say though, if once again, this is a alternative universe. If you had Halliburton and the various,
Yeah, I mean, I would be fucking thrilled.
yeah, you'd be drafting the Ben Simmons Kings picks too.
Oh god damn it! Oh my god! No, I don't think they were going to include picks in that, but still,
That would have been pretty funny though.
still, god damn it! All right, I can't. I said before Game 4, if Harden balled out, I couldn't bring up Halliburton anymore. So
Oh,
I'm gonna-
I did. That's my fault. That's my
Yeah.
fault.
That's fine.
But I will actually also say it does seem like Harden's coming back. So run it back with Julian Strother I think Justin Powell is a great UDFA for you. Yeah, it's so weird. He's tweeting Bill Shakespeare pictures at KOC. Bill Simmons.
I don't
It's-
understand.
What is he doing?
Like deep-
Does he really think KOC is smart?
Yes,
KOC said Tyus Jones is better than Marcus Smart earlier.
Bill Simmons has been tricked into. So I've always said this, by the way. So the person who is the resident Celtics fan at a Celtics run media organization
Yeah.
has the easiest job ever. So Stool Genie, who is one of the funniest people to follow ever, is a Celtics fan at a rabid Celtics organization, and KOC was the resident Celtics guy at the Ringer, and it's just KOC is one of the only non-actually related nepotism babies ever, in my opinion.
He just happened to be on TV in Boston, and Bill was watching one day and was like, I'm gonna hire this guy.
I really think it was just because he was a draft guide because he like made his draft guide. He didn't. He was
He's not even good at draft stuff though.
But he made the cool spreadsheet stuff though.
True, yeah.
He had that PDF that he spent a lot of time and put like graphics in and like he did a lot of work.
He bust his ass. Yeah, I was gonna say
he just was not good at the analysis.
Yeah, he pulled himself up by his bootstraps. Is what you guys are trying to say.
Well, also he was the Celtics blog guy. Like after Zach Lowe left, and that was how Zach Lowe got.
You're getting confused. Zach Lowe was Celtics Hub.
Yep.
Well, whatever. It was the Celtics blog that
same universe.
Bill just reads Celtics blogs and tries to poach guys from there because that's like.
So Sam's getting hired at the Ringer soon. That's what you're trying to say.
I'm getting hired. This is my old.
No, he'll probably hire like Danger Cart because they'll be like, "Oh, this guy, he knows Keith Smith. He knows the cat."
Yeah,
Danger Cart wouldn't be.
Danger Cart's too good for that.
Danger Cart wouldn't.
I have to read this tweet by the way, real quick, just so everyone knows. This is Bill Simmons tweeted an hour ago. Tate and I are sitting 4 feet away from KOC as he writes these tweets. It's like sitting next to Shakespeare in the early 1600s.
It's so weird, man. I think Bill's gone off the Long Island iced teas.
Do we feel like Bill is a wine guy now? Do you think he like tries to like to be sophisticated, or do you think he's just drinking Michelob Ultras?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's drinking like Michelob Ultras or like some sort of like mixed drink that comes in a can.
My God, Bill's drunk. I would never get drunk on draft night.
Wait, Trill, did you have your earphones in for the Shakespeare tweet?
No, yeah, I did. I did.
I'm refreshing this feed like crazy. This could be one of the worst Shams tweets of my life. If
I'm really
what
worried.
What are you talking about? Oh, for the Heat. To be fair, 2 years ago I was really worried that they were going to take. Or 3 years ago, I thought they were going to take Maxey and they took Precious Achiuwa. So my history with this has been good so far.
GG Jackson would be ideal for me because then GG Jackson would be good and I'd be happy, but also it wouldn't be so good that I'd be.
GG Jackson stinks, dude.
I know.
Sorry.
He's a perfect Miami Heat pick. That's exactly who we want for them. Let's go.
He is also like 17.
Exactly.
He's incredibly young.
Yeah.
But Cam Whitmore still on the board.
They should just take Cam Whitmore. Perfect. Boom. Done. They get a high upside guy. We keep beautiful
Cam
Brandon
Whitmore would be
podcast.
probably good if he went to the Heat, though. That's the one thing that I do worry about.
That's a good tweet. Fast break back. Whitmore have done. Provide a gun and a murder. There we go. That's awesome.
Little bit of gin.
No, his knee is tweaked. We can't draft him.
So real quick, 23. One of the few things Dean and I definitely agree with Dean on draft is that Ryan Rupert is bad.
Everyone says this. So he's like, I've like never seen anyone say anything nice.
I mean, Hawkes to the Heat.
Okay, so they were right. Tankathon was right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to be great for them. That's like a perfect Heat guy.
I like Jaime Hawkes a lot.
Yeah.
But they also different players, but they drafted Jovic last year. So second straight year that they've got like a wingy big.
I think Hawkes is better than Jovic.
Yeah, I agree, but he's also
like an upside swing guy.
He's also 4 years older than him.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think Jaime Hawkes is like fits in there like second round, like high floor.
It's just weird positional overlap stuff with prospects, but maybe they just don't even care about Jovic.
It's a good pick by the Heat, though. I
like Jaime Hawkes a lot.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he went this high. He was projected to go second round like a month ago, and I wanted him on the Sixers.
So I'll be completely honest with the way that the Hawkes rose up boards. He's exactly the kind of person that I don't think Hawkes was ever going in the second. I think he's somebody that people were just not buzzing about because he was older, but teams were always going to be targeting him in this range.
He crushed in workouts. Apparently, they said he was like killing people. They would have him go up against people that were. In the draft, and he would just like destroy them.
I mean, he's older than them. He's bigger. Yeah. He's older. He's also like he was a crafty player at UCLA.
Yeah. He's got good touch, rim pressure. He's an interesting player.
He got a really rough run of it in the last two brackets actually, like for the NCAA. But like he played pretty good against pretty good competition as well.
Yeah. No, I mean he's going to be good. He just went to the fucking Heat, dude. Although, as I've said many times, they don't draft good players. They only get undrafted players who are good.
But they also don't tend to draft older players with their.
Yeah, they must see something in him.
I need Kirk to do miracles on me right now, and just take like Leonard Miller or somebody for like the Warriors. Like I need Kirk.
If they draft another projecty player, I just don't even know what they're doing. I think they wanted Jaime Jaquez. I think they want an old player.
Yeah.
They want a guy that can play right away.
Honestly, they should just draft Chris Murray. Like, I actually think it would be a pretty good fit for them.
That would be a pretty good fit. Yeah.
They might. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little lower on Chris Murray in general, but yeah.
I just think he's slower.
Twin inefficiency. You're sleeping on the twins.
He is a lot.
I think Keegan's just like way better than him.
Yeah. Well, so I will say one thing about Chris is that he really did use the extra year back in college to great effect to get crafty. Yeah. I use that word a lot, but like he does a lot of really good work around screens and like finding good ways. By the way, real quick, Jaquez has one of the best indicators of being good in Miami, which is great hair.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Yep.
He also said that Adam Driver would play him in a movie about his life. So
he has to be good. We got to get that. We got to get that film. And Timothée Chalamet will play young him.
Yeah, I love it. I like the pick a lot. I'm kind of mad, honestly, because I was, where did I have him on my board? I think I had him like 19, actually, right around this range.
I forgot to mark him in my final mock, or my final draft board, but my original one, he was like 22.
Is he 23 years old?
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, that's why I thought the Grizzlies were going to get him, but they traded out. So
he's also just really solid. He's also one of the big things that he has is that he's already he's 225-ish pounds, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Which means that he's not going to get bullied around down low. So like
winning player. There we go.
Yeah.
We love that quality in a player. Winning player. 6'7", 226.
Congratulations to Jaime Jaquez on his 30-point game in the Boston Garden in 2026.
Oh my God, seriously. No, yeah, he just feels. I do think that Jokic kind of opened up the mind of NBA front offices to be like, you know what, you can draft a guy who's just good at basketball. He doesn't have to be, an athletic freak. His rim pressure numbers were like ridiculous too.
Yeah. Again, he was going up against people that are not old enough to put enough muscle on against him.
But still, he was. Hold on, let's see.
Jaime Jaquez looks like Mr. Deals. This is killing me.
Mr. Deals, who's that?
That's
local
dingus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Massachusetts dingus.
Yeah, the deals, man. The deal's off. Yeah.
I need to pull up. Trying to pull up the finishing numbers right now because Dash pulled these finishing numbers and Dean got mad because he said that the person who pulled these numbers hates Brandon Miller because he shot 39% at the rim and that it was clearly a Scoot fanatic tracking this to slander our guy.
Yeah.
I'll say again one more thing for Jaime Jaquez is that he averages almost half a block, which for his position is pretty good, and I think like a steal and a half, if I remember correctly, a game. Which once again, like turnover numbers are one of the better indicators of a college player translating to defensive game in the NBA, especially from his position. So like he's probably going to be pretty good right away.
Yeah, I have a feeling that he's going to be, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, the Heat again." This is what happens every time.
No!
Podcast?
Is it podcast?
I told you.
Oh,
Brandon podcast. Brandon podcast for the Warriors.
At least it wasn't the Heat.
How many guards are they going to get though?
Jordan Poole, who?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pods.
They literally
Pods
just got
party.
a better player at 19.
Pods party.
Real quick question, like, does this mean so Chris Paul's contract is non-guaranteed after next year? Does this mean they're just like traded for Chris Paul to cut him next year?
Yeah. No, so the thing with Paul's contract is that it's also not guaranteed next year.
Right.
So if they want to go and get role players or stars, they could guarantee the deal and make a trade with draft picks after this season.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I was like. Yeah, so they could just cut Chris Paul after this year. Either way, they just nailed that pick. We love it. We love to see it.
Sam, you okay? This is
Sorry,
better than
Sam.
This is better than the Heat getting him.
Is it? This team is so.
He was never
annoying.
going to fall to 25, dude.
Ah,
He got close though. 6 picks.
so
was-
annoying.
Yeah.
I hate it. Those are like the two teams I didn't want him to go to because he's gonna be good on the fucking Warriors. It's
Oh,
so
God.
annoying.
If the Celtics take Nick Smith Jr. now, I think I might cry a little bit. Nick Smith is still out there, right? Like I didn't hallucinate. Yeah, he's
No,
still.
yeah,
still-
he is still there. I mean, why not? Let's just go full fucking evil tonight. Yeah. let's
No, you'll
do
take
that.
Tariq Whitehead. You don't like it.
Oh, I would like that.
I
Actually,
would like that. Yeah,
I actually I am. I'm all in on Tariq Whitehead. That would be incredible. But
it would actually make the Parm YKB draft substantially less bad.
If yeah, because we took in this range, we took podcast and Turk
Yeah, I mean,
Turkavian.
Turkavian Smith at 20.
Oh, Cam Whitmore's gonna go fucking here, dude.
The Rockets, obviously.
Rockets.
They
Wow.
almost drafted him at 4.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
he's
funny.
absolutely a Rocket. God
Yeah.
damn, dude.
I mean, the amount of athletes who
Can't
don't
shoot.
have great feel is getting kind of crazy there. But I mean, you have to take him at 20.
They're
right?
just amen. Yeah.
Bryce Sensable's medicals are worse than Cam's, right? So
Kind of.
Also, Sam, the guy that the Celtics allegedly want, I've heard, is Omax Prosper.
yeah, I've heard that too.
I wouldn't mind that.
Pretty good.
I had him pretty high on my board. I had him in like the teens. I think he's like he's like another ready-made guy.
Yeah.
I kind of like him, to be honest.
I didn't
but-
doubt him enough, but he's
Good
pretty,
defender.
Yeah,
yeah, like
Yeah.
he's like not like he's
Wing
like a high
size.
floor guy. Yeah, he's like a high floor guy. He's probably not going to be good, but I think
I don't know
be
if
all
you're
right.
going with the 25th pick, you're gonna have a high floor, but yeah,
he's
Yeah,
gonna
you
have
never
a high
know with
floor.
this. This
Desmond
range
Bane.
is just a crapshoot. I mean,
Yeah, got it.
Olmec's
Easy.
not Desmond Bain, though.
no, he's not.
no,
Absolutely not.
He was a role player in college,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Desmond
Yeah,
Bain was a point guard at TCU.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So Woj is just doing it. He said Whitmore to fucking
Yeah. God damn it.
And Whitmore, baby.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, that's a fucking. I mean, look,
That's
Houston
a
took-
kind of a
took
coup.
two
for,
more swings.
Yeah.
yeah.
2 more swings. I love it.
Now you
That's
should
a great draft from Houston.
Just trade
Yeah.
Jabari.
It's an amazing draft from Houston.
Realize that he's
Yeah.
not good.
Fuck it. Who cares? They don't need James
They got
Harden. dude.
Ahmed and Whitmore.
It's an amazing draft, but
Yeah,
I
that-
don't know.
you know,
if they're gonna get the
Value-wise,
most
you're
out of
not going to
any
get
of them.
any better than that.
Honestly, add Fred to that. That's and maybe trade for Clint Capella. You might be cooking a little. You might be
I
cooking
really
a little.
wish that I was still writing for the Houston Chronicle. So I used to write for Cron and about the Rockets, and this would be the best draft to write about.
Yeah, this is an.
Yo,
awesome
Sam is
draft.
cooking. Amen. Jalen Green,
That if they,
Whitmore, Jabari, and Capella is the lineup. Like, it's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this also makes a lot more sense of their interest in Niang. Like, if they're just gonna have athletes,
Just put
some,
shooters out there. Yeah.
put some
Yeah.
shooters out there. You got Jabari to take shots. I mean, maybe he'll make some this year. Who
Shingun
knows?
and Jalen both, by the way, like not to too much Rockets post, but they both did bulk up in the offseason a little bit. Like,
Oh, I love to hear about young players putting on 15 pounds of muscle. It's my favorite thing.
It
Did
always
Sengun
happens.
add 2 inches too? Did he need grow?
allegedly.
The Rockets are just.
Dean hates Cam Whitmore. Like,
And he
he's
hates
like
the Thompson
rude.
twins.
He's not wrong about the team, though.
He loves Jabari. He loves Jabari so much. He thinks that Jabari needs to be rescued from the team, and I think the team needs to be rescued from Jabari.
Dude, Hooper Anarchy will live forever in Houston. I love it.
Dude,
Their
look
identity
look
is
at
so
podcast
great.
on the TV right now. He looks insane. Also, Mrs. Podcast, hello.
Oh my god, it's so much fun. I think the Rockets are going to be one of the most fun teams to watch next year.
League
Just
pass.
Complete
Pass, yeah.
chaos, dude.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, they're winging it still.
What,
This is why I'm saying they
YKB
should-
correspondent on the TV right now, Mr. Podcast.
You
Let's
know what I
go.
don't like?
Yeah.
I
Oh!
don't like
Mr.
Is-
Sir Podcast. That's my best friend. We've been
Yes.
DMing, dude.
Yeah. Mr. Podcast.
I don't
our
like
guy.
how much that
Go.
I don't like how much Brandon Podcast's dad is talking instead of him in this interview. It's very
No,
It's-
he's
He's a
It's a bit much.
correspondent.
No, no, no,
Kevin.
yeah,
Don't you understand?
he's the
He's the YKB correspondent.
I gotta say, by the way, that I like. I get the comparisons between the Pistons and the Rockets in terms of the two bad teams, that were bad at the same time. But like the Rockets, despite everything that might be wrong with all the fits, have just seemed like such a more fun team to watch than the Pistons.
The Pistons are grim, man. It's grim
I mean,
over there.
here's the thing with the Pistons. Who did they take again? They took a SAR.
Yeah.
Asar.
They took
They
the
just
other.
need
They
shooting.
took the other.
Like,
Yeah,
Thompson.
it's just not the best pick.
Like I just am like, at a certain point you need to acquire guys who can shoot. I know I realize the irony of me saying this after getting pumped over the Rockets draft, but like I don't know. It's
Well,
just
it's
like
like it's expectations.
No, I don't like it either.
yeah.
The Pistons think that they're good, and the Rockets, I think, just want to not be bad.
Yes.
I actually do think Cade, Ivy, and Durant are all like going to be very good at the very bare minimum, though. Like,
Yeah, I mean they just gotta get they gotta get better pieces around them at
yeah,
least.
it's just a matter of
I mean,
time, though.
Yeah,
with those
like
three.
yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Troy Weaver's gonna be seeing that one through. I'll say that much.
No.
He'll probably be gone in 6 months, is my guess.
Troy Weaver might be the only GM that I think is doing a worse job than Arturas Karnisovas.
I mean, but like his drafts are fine.
Are they?
I mean, he did take
Are they?
Cade
What's
number
What did
one.
last year?
I mean, everyone thought Cade was the number one pick,
Oh, yeah,
and
but
also
Not everyone.
most
not
people
everyone.
thought Cade was the number one pick.
Ivy's the one that is, to me, like, I'm not in on Ivy that much.
But Ivy,
I
was
love
the
it. Ivy at 5 was
I lo-
great.
I
Yeah.
thought that was an amazing value pick. I had Ivy at
pick.
3. I
Yeah,
thought
I had
that
Ivy at
Duren was incredible value. I had him
Sure.
at like 8.
I like the Duren pick.
I think he's drafted really well. I just don't think that. I think all of his other moves are what's insane.
Yeah, but like all of his other moves have undermined his drafts. He put
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
4 centers in front of Jalen Duren.
Yeah,
his
that's
best center.
yeah.
Like, what are you
That's part of
doing?
it.
Yeah, Bagley and Wiseman should not be having developmental minutes over Durant. That's insane. Like,
Yeah, and even Isaiah Stewart gets minutes. It's like
Yeah.
you don't need all those big guys. Get
Good
rid of,
drafter, horrible GM. That's a good way to
Yeah.
put it.
Well, just demote him to a scout.
Now, the funniest part about the Cade versus Mobley thing is that of all the guys who would take Mobley over Cade, it would be fucking Troy Weaver. He loves
Yeah.
bigs.
No, he loves bigs on the second draft.
Yeah, true.
That's where he likes to get his
Well,
big.
he drafted Duren in the lottery last year. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like,
Him going after Duren like makes sense because Duren was like BPA,
Right.
but also
they traded for that pick too. By the way,
like why go out of your way to get Jalen Duren and then not get rid of Marvin Bagley and
then
not
getting
go
James.
after James Loser Weissman? Like
Well, it's because he has impulse control issues. He's like, he sees a bad center and he's like, but I
can fix him. I can fix him.
he's like just distracted by shiny objects. He's like, oh, here's a lightly used lottery pick center. Let me go get him.
In defense of the Killian Hayes pick, I knew a lot of people who were really high on Killian Hayes in that draft. Like a lot of people. Like he was kind of the trendy like upside.
He also like
pick.
destroyed his hip in his rookie year. And
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
he
yeah.
already
I
had
mean, he was not good
athleticism.
before it. Yeah, exactly. And then he had
Well,
right.
he was gonna be a project regardless, but he was like not that athletic before, and then he like did the Bo Jackson injury to his hip, and it's like
yeah.
that's tough, you know. Like
It's
it's hard to know what he would have been without that.
I did like Killian in that draft. I can't lie.
I'm trying to go back to see where I actually did like him.
I love Killian.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to see
was-
where
I was
had
high
him
on him.
my draft.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch any Killian tape, but I liked the theory of Killian because like I like big guards that
Sure.
are good at passing and can
Yeah.
score a little bit. But
And good
he
at
couldn't
defense,
really
like-
score. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and he had like a lot of like what people said he was going to be. I was like, oh, I'm into that, but like I didn't do my own evaluation of like anything, and I was just like, oh, the theory of what people are selling me on this guy sounds really good, so I like him.
Jalen Hood-Schifino.
I had
that's
Killian.
Jalen Hood Shafino was the same kind of idea. Yeah.
That's kind of the
Oh.
vibe, yeah.
Tall
I had-
guy who can defend, pass, and can pull up shoot.
I
Talk
had
about Jalen Hood-Schifino having such great feel, but like, how come it doesn't translate into production at all? Like his
More
stats are
efficiency, yeah.
fucking terrible across
Yeah.
the board.
I mean, it is tough. It's tough. I mean, I'm once again not a Jalen Hood Shafino guy, but it is tough for a freshman to run offense in a major conference like that. It should have been better. Don't get me wrong. Like the numbers should be better, and I am lower on him as a prospect. But like that is a lot. That's why I like Kaysen, because I thought that Kaysen did a better job in a major conference, and also was effective off the ball as well when he was more of a role player. And the defense is like not theoretical as much as it is with.
Oh my god, he's gonna be so good playing off of Giddey and Chet, dude.
It's
like
gonna be
Casey's gonna be amazing.
OKC is my West Coast team, so I'm very excited to watch them next year. Yeah.
Yeah,
his whole series was like playing off of a bigger jumbo initiator. Like Casey's like the perfect kind of guy off that, and with Giddey and Shea, I mean, like it's just like just a perfect fit.
Well, it also,
that and Jarris, Indiana, like just perfect fits.
It takes so much pressure. Also, like for what it's worth, like it takes a lot of pressure off of Kaysen's like offensive production plate like right away. So he's going to be able to be useful for an offense because of what Shea can do for him. Like even as he develops the shot and everything else, I think he's just in a really good position.
He's gonna shoot. The touch is too good. Like it's one of those. Like it's not really theoretical to me. I think I'm like very confident saying he's gonna shoot. Like,
who's gonna shoot?
Kaysen Wallace. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, no, he's a good shooter. I mean, his free throw. He showed enough touch. I know that he struggled to begin the year, but he was really good at on catch and shoot threes. Pretty good finisher. Like that. There's no question in my mind that he has the touch to be a good shooter in the NBA. And they're putting him in the situation where he has Chip Englund and a bunch of creators around him. So I'm sure he will be fine.
Literally the best possible situation for him. It's like
Chip is so underrated, just as like an asset for a team to have, like developmental.
I know.
Like,
just throwing a bag at him was so smart, dude.
I don't understand why every team doesn't spend like a shitload of money on having like the best possible shooting coaches. Like the
Fred
Bulls,
Vincent should be having like a
big
type of
yeah,
bag.
exactly.
Like,
yeah.
like,
there should be like the decision for Fred Vincent.
Well, I think honestly part of it's like there's a lot of bad shooting coaches that people like. And also
what about the assistant from the Celtics? Is he a shooting guy, Sullivan?
Yeah, he's pretty good, but like
Amen is going to need that because he went to the Rockets, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like,
did he get stolen by Ime?
Yeah,
that coach
stolen. He just went back to his guy who hired him.
Yeah. He was an Ime hire in the first place.
Yeah.
Also, for what it's worth, the Celtics also have allowed players to get outside shooting coaches very often, which like Grant very notably did with Lethal Shooter, who I do not think is a good shooting coach for the record.
No, Lethal Shooter is bad.
Yes, Lethal.
And then
scoreboard, gentlemen. Lethal Shooter's a bad shooting coach. Explain Game 7 to me.
Bucks, your Bucks posting right now.
Grant should really, or rather, Lethal Shooter should really thank Grant for existing, because I actually think Grant was just like needed a couple of small tweaks for his form, and Lethal Shooter gets to take credit from turning somebody from a non 3-point shooter to a 3-and-D wing, and it's just like not accurate.
Okay, so we have back-to-back Nets picks, and they've been taking forever. So,
Will, call your guys and tell them to fix it.
So could they
Ice Bryce, just get bigger Cam Thomas.
Could they take Noah Clowney here? I really like Noah Clowney. I think like as far as the younger prospects go, he's really good.
You know what I think about Noah Clowney? Football ass name. He's not going to be any good.
Noah Clowney
out of Alabama for real. Yeah.
Noah Clowney's the pick.
I have to admit, I stole the football ass name bit from the Round Ball Rock guys.
Will, that's good. That's very good though. Will has been wanting Noah Clowney from the jump, so he will be very excited about this. But
Roll Tide.
He's very young for what it's worth.
Like, using the entire clock.
They're using the entire clock, and then they're going to do it again, even though they have back-to-back picks.
Yeah, the next. Yeah, you have 2 picks. Maybe they're trying to trade the second one. All right, who do we think? So they took Clowney, so they're probably not going to take Leonard Miller here, I'd imagine. But I could see Portland could definitely take Leonard Miller.
Or Tariq Whitehead. Portland and Tariq.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt. He knows he was a top 10 guy or top
number 1 in the country.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And he can shoot, and maybe the injuries make it so that he's not as athletic as he was. But
one of the best high school teams of all time in Montverde when Cade's senior year. Like he's been on the scene for forever. Like Tariq's just been known.
Yeah. He was a crazy athlete in high school too. He really popped until the injuries. Yeah.
A lot of AJ Griffin vibes. Just
That's exactly what we were saying.
It's like-
it just
yeah.
feels exactly like AJ Griffin. Like, oh, cool. Athletic shooter who was a really high recruit and got injured and falls way too far in the draft.
Had a down year. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Who takes basically half his shots from three, by the way. Like,
Hold on. He played for them in 8th grade. That's crazy. He
Really?
played for
Yeah, Tariq's
Montverde.
been amazing, dude. Tariq's been amazing.
8th grade, though, dude. Holy shit.
that's really good.
Montverde Academy of all places.
Yeah,
too.
that's
Yeah.
fucking, that's where Ben
It's
Simmons.
the best program in
and-
the country.
Yeah, D'Lo and Embiid
And
went
Cooper
there for a little
Flag.
bit, if I remember correctly.
Cooper
Flag,
is
let's
there
go.
now.
Cooper Flag is going to be so good.
Brandon podcast passing the torch to Cooper Flag in 3
I
years.
am considering just giving up the Bulls and rooting for wherever Cooper goes.
It's like not a bad
Yeah.
bet.
So I'm just gonna tell you guys the Celtics are finalizing trade for Peyton Pritchard in 25 for Brandon podcast tweet is gonna hit different.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's happening.
Sam projecting.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't think Trace Jackson Davis is going to make it to 51 for what it's worth. I have to assume he's going to go in the early second round.
I'm very pissed that we're only at pick 21 right now.
Yeah, Trill,
It's taking forever.
Is it moving slower than usual? It
It
feels like
feels
I feel
slow
like it
at
is.
this point in the
Yeah.
draft.
So I
I
actually
think it feels slower because nobody's tweeting the picks like on time.
Well,
Yeah.
also, I think that there actually are trade discussions going on in the background. This is my conspiracy theory. I think that there are trades that are on paper in place. And
Yeah.
so teams are like, we're going to take this guy here, and then we'll do the
Sure.
trade once we can.
Yeah. But it's also like, can we get a single one announced tonight?
Yeah, this is crazy.
We literally have had one trade the entire night.
Mhm.
You're ruining slot mess for me. Oh, we'll wait until free agency. No!
Well,
Make a trade now!
To be fair, if you think about this, if you think about like delayed gratification, Trill, what this is really just doing
I'm really bad at that, just to be clear.
what this is really doing is just extending slop season.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There will be more content just later. It makes me
Yeah, do you want
Makes me
do you want
angry.
1 quarter now or 2 quarters later?
It's starting to get it's starting to get dark in Sam's room, and so he looks like the guy from the meme with the hollowed out eyes, and it's all dark around him.
he's just thinking about Marcus Smart right now. Gets slowly darker and darker in there. He's just sitting in the dark. If he had the Joker makeup on still, if it didn't burn his skin.
got chemical burns.
I was like, is this a bit?
Yeah, Ross. 1 now and 2 later.
Let's just say my skin still hurts.
Cocoa butter. Cocoa butter.
Okay. Okay.
Way to get it.
Fair enough. All right.